This is a special presentation of high school football, brought to you by News Channel Nebraska.
Today is a good day. You know how I know today is a good day? Because football is being played today. And any day that football is being played is a good day. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2022 Northeast Nebraska All-Star Football Classic live on News Channel Nebraska. Alongside Lou Siefker, I'm Eric McKay. Kaylin Devitt will be joining us shortly as well, live from Veterans Memorial Field in Norfolk. And Lou, these two rosters are filled with players that you and I have covered quite a bit over the years. We know what these players are capable of individually. Together, they've put together two of the better football teams you're going to see. It should be high-quality football here in Norfolk today.
Yeah, I absolutely believe this is a fun game. It's always fun. These kids get together. They get to meet some of the guys that they competed against. One thing to remember in games like this is some of these kids, this is the last time they're going to put on pads, so it means a lot to them. And all these guys are competitors. They want to win, so it's going to be a fun, competitive ball game today.
Absolutely, and certainly competitive. Head coaches from Ponca and Plainview at the helm of these teams today. Kaylin Devitt had a chance to catch up with them. You'll hear from him next. You're watching the Northeast Nebraska All-Star Football Classic on NCN.
You're watching the pregame show, brought to you by Norfolk Auto Center, Northeast Nebraska's volume leader, where you'll find one low price, plain and simple always.
Some high-flying fun. Legendary family adventures. Out-of-this-world shopping. Star-studded evenings. And award-winning experiences. Our flights are never canceled. Stay, play, and plan your getaway at GoSarpy.com.
Welcome into News Channel Nebraska. Kaylin Devitt here with coach of the red team, Troy Evans. Coach, how are we doing today?
Good.
Beautiful day today. Shouldn't be too cold at all.
No, it's going to warm up by game time, so it'll be good.
Going to be some really good stuff today. And coach, so you're coaching the red team, coaching at Ponca, been the head coach since 2010, had a lot of success. What's that been like since coming out from Omaha at Omaha Benson, and moving to Ponca as assistant and now head coach? What's that been like for you?
It's a good change. You know, you got closer to home, Northeast Nebraska, where I'm from, and it's just been kind of a nice change. And you know, the kids this week, the kids have been great. You know, the hard work ethic, they picked up everything we've done. They've done everything we've asked. It's been awesome.
Has there been a lot of change with maybe their playbooks? Have you implemented your playbooks into some of how they're running the offenses, or what are you really doing with the practice this whole week?
We watered down some of the stuff I do and some of the stuff the other teams have done. Coaches sat down the first couple of weeks when we found out what our team was. We talked about what we thought would be the best, and we kind of went with that, and we've stuck with it. And so we'll see if the kids all figured it out.
And Coach, you've been an assistant for the Northeast Nebraska All-Star Game before, but never the head coach. So what's that been like?
It's all the little things you have to make sure, the planning, making sure everybody's on time, that kind of stuff, where as an assistant, you kind of hang back, let the head coach do all that stuff. So that's kind of a change of pace, but the boys have been great, been on time for everything, or even early, so that's nice.
And Coach, what's been your favorite thing this week?
Just seeing the kids, from Monday to Thursday, it's been amazing how they've kind of gelled. You know, last night on the bus ride back, they were talking about, let's be roommates in college now, and they've just, they've been around with each other since Monday. So it's been amazing how they gel and they kind of become a team just in a few short days.
That's awesome, Coach. Troy Evans, of the head coach of the red team here for the Northeast Nebraska All-Star Game. Got more with News Channel Nebraska coming up next.
Searching for a new to-you car, truck, or SUV? Shop Woodhouse first. Over 1,000 pre-owned vehicles, all makes, all models, in stock and on the lot. Plus, confidence comes standard when you purchase a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV from Woodhouse. With our multi-point inspection, transparent pricing, available add-on warranties, and financing options, purchasing a pre-owned vehicle has never been simpler. Experience the difference and drive away confident and road-ready in your new vehicle from Woodhouse.
Welcome into News Channel Nebraska. I'm Kaylin Devitt, along with head coach of the white team, Kyle Schmidt. Coach, how are we doing today?
Doing well, thank you very much.
Awesome. Well, it's going to be a wonderful day, a little warm, but nothing your players can't handle, right?
No, they'll be fine. We've been harping on them to hydrate all week, so they'll be good.
Chugging that water. Coach, this is your first time coaching as the head coach for the Northeast Nebraska All-Star team. How are you feeling about that? Is it a little bit different than being an assistant?
It is different. I mean, there's a lot of different things and a lot of things in motion that you have to take care of during the week, practices, and making sure schedules are taken care of, where as an assistant coach, it was just, I go coach my position group, and it's a lot less to think about.
So maybe more with the logistics and all that?
Yep, a lot more on that end.
Coach, so you were working down in Battle Creek for a long time, moved up to Plainview and have had immediate success for the most part. Coach, how's that been making the transition from Battle Creek to Plainview and the success that you've had so far?
It's been pretty easy. I mean, football's football, and when you're passionate about it and love the game, it's pretty easy to go from one school to another and instill that same passion into the kids that you're working with. And I've had a great group of kids working with them at Battle Creek and at Plainview. So when you have great kids, great things happen.
And how about working here with the Northeast Nebraska All-Star Game? How has it been to see the relationships between your players mesh through just a week?
It's a lot of fun to see how much they've improved from Monday to Friday. You know you're around great players when you can tell them something at the beginning of practice, and by the end of practice, it's perfected. And just to see the timing take place from Monday, where you scratch your head once in a while, and by Friday, it's like, that was pretty cool. So, I mean, you know, when you have the best of the best, it's a lot of fun to work with them, and this is a great group, and they are very loose, and they have a lot of fun, so that makes it even better.
Coach Kyle Schmidt, the head coach of the white team for the Northeast Nebraska All-Star Game. Coach, good luck today.
Thank you very much, and thanks for covering it.
We got more coming up next on News Channel Nebraska.
After surgery, physical therapy is the next step in the recovery process. At Faith Regional, there's a whole team of physical therapists who can help. Let's meet one of them. Now by Aaron Baumert, a physical therapist with Faith Regional Health Services. Among some of the things that you work on, it's post-surgical therapy. That's a pretty broad term. What all do you get to work on with that?
Well, we kind of treat all parts of the body with that. Anybody that has a surgery where their joint is impaired in motion and the muscles around it are impaired in strength, we will work on shoulders, backs, hips, knees, ankles, to help them get back to what they want to do. So that kind of the timeline of that depends on what the injury or the surgery is. A lot of times it can be an elective surgery where a patient is hurting and they decide, I want to go in and get this fixed, or sometimes it's a surgery that happens as a result of an accident, and there might be a longer timeline with that. They might have a period of time that's limited with weight bearing or use of the extremity or the joint.
So what kind of environment should someone expect post-surgery and they're coming into physical therapy sessions? What should they expect to experience while going through that?
Well, we get a bad rap about, you know, pain and torture and stuff in therapy, and that is never a goal. I always tell my patients, you know, you might be a little sore with some of the treatment, you know, because you're moving things that maybe haven't been moved. If you have an arm that's in a sling or you have a leg that's in a brace, and then we try to kind of start moving it a little bit, but we do not have, you know, our goal is not to put you in tears or anything like that. So I try to calm patients' nerves about that right away. We try to keep it so that they can follow what we're doing and trying to get them to do stuff at home as well. That's always a hard part, giving them homework, but it's always going to be more effective because their time in the clinic is brief. They're in the clinic 2 or 3 times a week, and I tell patients that's 2 or 3 hours maybe out of the week, and the rest of the time is theirs. So they need to really, you know, pay attention to what they're doing the rest of the time to take our instructions in that.
And when people are able to get better, what's that like for you as a provider to see it, where their physical therapy comes to a conclusion and they're back, or as close as they can be, back to what they were like before?
Of course, that's the rewarding part of our career. When we have patients that are, you know, successful in their outcome, that's great, right? When you have a patient that can get back to things that they have been limited on, if they've had a joint replaced and they've been really limited on being able to walk or exercise, and now they have this, they can play with their grandkids, or, you know, they can do exercises that they haven't been able to do in years. That's, you know, of course, that's the best part of the job.
Well, Aaron, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
We say that we are a community bank, and we truly are. We started as a single bank in Pilgrim, Nebraska, and now we've grown into 9 different locations with 10 different branches. But we've kept that community feel, that at-home feel when customers walk in the door. We want them to have a great experience so that as their family continues to grow and goes on to generation, they're coming back to Midwest Bank where mom and dad or grandma and grandpa started their first checking account or got their first loan, because that's the Midwest Bank way.
Shop Easy south of Yankton on Highway 81 is about convenience, but also about making people smile with their bait, fishing tackle, and creating memories on a fun fishing trip. It is the place to start or end your day. With convenience at the pump, hot and cold foods, plenty of parking, and a place to sit and relax with friends, the staff invite you in to just shop easy. Owned and operated by the Santee Sioux Nation.
Kind of over the COVID, but I had repercussions from it. They examined you and then come up with a plan, and then involved first speech therapy, and then they had occupational therapy, but big thing there is physical therapy. The level of cure, the expertise, the sense of commitment, they earned my undying admiration, I'll tell you. When I needed rehabilitation therapy, I had faith.
Executive Director of the NSAA, Jay Beller, former superintendent of Battle Creek, with the commemorative coin toss. The red team wins the toss. They will be receiving and will be on offense first to start the 2022 version of the Northeast Nebraska All-Star Football Classic. Alongside Lou Siefker, I'm Eric McKay. If you're wondering, it's mostly a north-south split. Teams on the red team generally from north of Highway 275. Teams on the white team generally from south of Highway 275. But with a few exceptions, Norfolk, O'Neill, and I think Osmond and Plainview ended up on the south teams as well, kind of balance things out in terms of the talent pool that they have to choose from. But you'll see the red team on offense first. Now, because this is an all-star game, they do things a little bit differently here, and we'll talk about that with Kaylin Debin shortly, as we've got our commemorative football tea bringer outer. I think that's what you'd call that.
Don't be so technical.
Sorry, that's what they told me to call it. I don't. So yeah, it's always fun here at Norfolk's Veterans Memorial Field. Not exactly football weather, 84 degrees right now, going to be close to 90 as we get closer to the end of this game. But this game has some different rules. With details on that, let's send it down to Kaylin Debin.
Well, thanks, guys, here on News Channel Nebraska. Kaylin Debin with you, and checking out all of the beauty behind me. Stands pretty packed. Players are ready to roll. We're getting ready as the coin toss is underway. We're all finished with that, ready to get this thing all kicked off. So now the rules are just a little bit different from a regular Nebraska high school football game, but not that much. Well, the first basic thing is that when it comes to the offense, you cannot have any kind of unbalanced offensive line. So your linemen have got to be down set. You got to have your centered, both guards on each side, and both tackles. You can't have 2 tackles on one side, 2 guards on one side, and so forth. Also, when it comes to linebackers and defensive backs, you can't go too far in front of the line. You can't pretend to blitz because there's no blitzing. No blitzing a lot of times to help protect the quarterback, especially just an all-star game. It's all for fun, and the players just want to get out there and help show their abilities just a little bit. And the biggest one is the 17-point rule. That way there won't be, attempt to be not many blowouts. So if any team is down by more than 17 points or more after they score a touchdown, they will get the football back to try to make this game as close as it can be. So if it's 42-10 at some point, well, it shouldn't get there because we got the 17-point rule. So that's going to be your biggest changes with the rules for this game. Otherwise, overtime rules are Nebraska high school football standard. We're ready for a great football game. Now back up to the crew with Eric and Lou.
That rhymed. Nice job, Kaylin Debin, running that down. Kick is away. That's Will Gunning of Plainview kicking it off. Returning it for the red team, this is Logan Bokemper of Wakefield, and he's out to about the 30-yard line, where the red team will start things off 1st and 10 And we will see probably a couple of quarterbacks. It will be Tanner Walling from Wayne starting things off for the red team. Walling, very good golfer as well. Of course, helped lead Wayne to a 5-5 record this year against one of the toughest schedules in the state of Nebraska.
Yeah.
Lost in the first round of the playoffs.
Really good basketball player as well.
Really good point guard. Going to be playing college golf at Northeast Community College. Finished 18th at state this year, and he's starting them out 4 wide for the red team. Didn't really expect much of that out of the red team as Walling works out to the right, gets about 3 yards on the keeper. Tackle made by number 24, Karsten Bird of Boone Central. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Of course, the red team coached by Troy Evans of Ponca, known for their double wing set. Didn't expect to see 4 wide on 1st down.
Yeah, it's a surprise. I spoke to one of the parents, and they were expecting that wing offense to be kind of prevalent. But maybe the Reds team's going to open it up a little bit.
Michael Kuhntrott of Pierce in the backfield. He's a blocker. First pass is caught. Far sideline, that's Matt Christensen of Pierce. Swinging it out to about the 40-yard line. Give him about 7. It'll be 3rd down and 1 coming up. Christensen, the latest in a long line of 1,000-yard rushers for Coach Mark Baumert and the Pierce Blue Jays.
Yeah, they just grow them on trees in Pierce, I believe.
Now, in Christensen's case, came from Plainview, actually.
Yeah.
Would have been playing on the white team.
One thing you're going to see in this game, we'll see what goes on here at this 3rd down and short, but you're going to see coaches kind of pull out some stops.
Speaking of stops, and Lou, you and I had our eyes on that young man, figuring he'd have a big day. That is Camden DeSutko, the giant from the Stanton Mustangs, blowing that play up, and it's a 3 and out.
Well, Cam DeSutko is a heck of a football player, and it's really bad. First of all, you got to try to block him. So somebody missed an assignment there. That's too easy for Cam. He's going to blow that play up every single time.
We saw a lot of Camden DeSutko for the Stanton Mustangs, 8-2 this year. For Coach Dave Stoddard, lost in the 2nd round of the D1 playoffs. So on to punt for the red team will be Evan Heisch, Laurel Concord Coleridge. Good punt. Going back to get it is Jackson Waldo. It's muffed. Waldo able to come up with it and get it to the 20-yard line where the white team will take over, but a great job getting down by Brody Eggers of Creighton to break that play up.
Well, first break of the game goes to the red team here. There you're going to see just a great coverage there that kind of led to that muffed punt. Now maybe the red team, they certainly in scoring position now, can get on the board first here.
Dylan Amick of Battle Creek is the white team quarterback to start things off. He's joined by Tony Berger of Riverside in the backfield.
Oh, I thought that was a fumbled punt.
White team was able to recover.
Oh, okay.
So now Amick stepping up in the pocket. He'll scramble forward for maybe a yard. Sandwiched down right at the line of scrimmage by Charlie Schrader of Wynot and Josh Olson of Allen. You know, we talk about this the last game for a lot of players. It's the last time you're going to see some of these helmets. Olson playing for Allen. They won't exist next year. Going to be Tri-County Northeast as they begin a co-op with Emerson Hubbard in football next year.
It's always a fun place to call football games up there in Allen.
And now ball's loose in the backfield, dropped by Berger. He's able to fall on it. So it'll be 3rd down and 10, though. As Berger able to fall on it, the Riverside Charger, they were 8-2. Of course, they've had a ton of success in football, and 6-man won 4 straight state championships. They've moved up to Class D2, made it to the 2nd round this year before bowing out. Now on 3rd and 10, Amick flushed. Buying some time, now sacked. Big loss back at the 11-yard line. That's Schrader, the Wynot defensive end. Speedy end rusher. He had 8 sacks in the regular season. He's got one in the All-Star game and a pair of 3 and outs to start the All-Star Football Classic.
And Schrader did a good job to keep that play in front of him and force that back inside. And now, even though they don't get the muffed punt, the defense for the Red kind of setting the tone here and creating their own situation. They should get great field position off this punt.
Berger punts it away. Good punt. Angling to the sideline. And will be down right at midfield. Red team had Gabe Escalante of Winside back to receive it. He does not get a chance to touch it, but the Red team, like you said, Lou, starting with great field position on the white side of the field at the 49-yard line.
Well, the Red team moved the ball some. They had that third down and short that DeSatko blew up. We'll see what they elect to do here on their second possession.
It'll be 1st and 10 at the 49. Always interesting to see how they use personnel, how they switch out players. Walling still at quarterback to start this drive. Here's that double wing that we thought we'd be seeing a lot of. Coach Troy Evans runs that all the time at Ponca. Inside give. That's the Ponca special right there, Lou.
Yeah.
We've seen them run that play 100, 200, 300 times. That's Jimmy Allen of Crofton, someone very familiar with that, a rival of Ponca's, getting about 4.
Yeah, that's the, I guess, the proverbial 3 yards in a cloud of dust, or in this case, I guess, the little particles that are in the turf.
3 yards in a cloud of black rubber. Evan Heisch, the deep back. Coontrod is the fullback. Here's Evan Heisch from Laurel Concord Coleridge. And boy, Lou, whether it's football or basketball, I don't know that we've covered a tougher athlete over the last few years than Evan Heisch.
Yeah, Heisch is, you're right, he's a great player. I think he'd be good at just about any sport you throw him into. I mean, he's just an athlete. And you see there, he's one of those guys when he's running the football, very north-south type guy, very tough guy to bring down.
Got 2, it'll be 3rd down and 3. They fake to Heisch, now Walling. He's very good throwing on the run, and you see it there. It is caught. No, he dropped it. Into the arms, but broken up. Nice play defensively. Pass was intended for Brennan Kelly, but Gus Gomez of BRLD broke it up. Brennan Kelly, the All-Stater on the defensive side, playing a little hurt today, has had some issues with the finger. Maybe that's what caused that ball to be dropped there.
Yeah, it looked like Kelly had it. A good defense here to close out on a play, and it looked like he might have stripped the football there.
Red team going to go for it on 4th down. Why not? 4th and 3.
This is what we talked about, Eric.
Walling stepping up, heaving it downfield, has Allen incomplete. Allen had a step on the defender, Matt Christensen. Cale Wacker of Norfolk, the defender. But just off the fingertips of Allen, incomplete. The white team will take over.
I'd say there's a couple things about these All-Star games. It's one thing that's got to be difficult as a coach. You talked about it is who do you play? Everybody's good, right? It's who are you going to get in the game, who are you going to take out. But also, it's got to be fun because you don't worry about it, losing a game. You see it there, you're going to go for it on 4th down. These coaches will pull out a lot of stops and do a lot of things they wouldn't normally do.
There's Levi Ballen, a Howells Dodge. That is a nightmare that opposing defenses in 8-man football can tell you all about. That young man rushed for over 2,000 yards this year for Howells Dodge, had 37 touchdowns for Coach Mike Spears and the state champ Howells Dodge Jaguars.
I got a chunk right there on that gain.
They give to Bellina again, bounces to the outside, out across the 40 to the 39-yard line, gain of 4 at 2nd and 6. This is one of my favorite parts of this All-Star game is seeing these 8-man, 6-man players step up and able to play well against 11-man, showing what they can do on a big stage.
Well, exactly. I think it's a great opportunity for those guys, and it doesn't really matter how many guys are on the field. If you're a football player, you're a football player, and these guys prove it every year up here.
Levi Ballen is certainly proving it on this drive. Falls forward for a 1st down. That's a gain of 9. It was a long time since a Mike Spears coach team had won a state championship. Howells Dodge finally breaking through this year, beating Cross County. Mike Spears' 10th state championship as a coach. Unbelievable.
That is crazy.
He's on the committee for this All-Star Football Classic. Saw him before the game. Now from the 30. White team rolling. Amick. Tough pass, incomplete, thrown against the grain, intended for Ashton Schaefer of Boone Central. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
That's certainly a challenge when you have a week to practice, is to get in sync with your receivers, quarterback to receiver. That's such a timing thing, and you see that throughout the season when teams you have that good connection. They get better and better as the season goes along. It's tough to have that connection in 1 week.
Schaefer caught 15 balls for Boone Central this year. Now giving to Jackson Waldo, the speedster from Chambers Wheeler Central. The red team doesn't let him get to the outside. Great play defensively. Hunter Taney of Cedar Catholic. I'm having flashbacks. Yeah. Those are words I've said a lot over the years. Yeah. Waldo stopped for no gain. It's 3rd and 10.
Yeah, that name is solid in our vocabulary here. Hunter Taney. He's done a lot. 6'3", 200, and he plays bigger than that. Did a great job. He had some help there on that right side of the defense for the Red.
In my opinion, one of the All-State snubs. Hunter Taney, not an All-Stater in Class C2. Now on 3rd and 10, why not give it to Bellena? He gets the first down on the ground. Brought down by Strand Sage of Crofton, but not before he gets 13. Great blocking up front, and Bellena does the rest.
Yeah, I like the way this white offensive line here, they're really moving that Red defense off the ball. Bellena's doing a great job following his blocks. He's getting chunks of yards every time.
On 1st and 10 now from the 17. Huge hole for Bellena again. Brought down by Brandon Bartos of Wayne, but not before a 5-yard gain. 2nd and 5, you got Miguel Perez of West Point Beamer, Case Thompson of Battle Creek. You've got Mitch Beeson from Clarkson Lee, Dalen Mallory in Norfolk, and Colton Wheatfeld of Humphrey St. Francis on your offensive line.
That's a good offensive line.
They're doing a pretty good job. Bellena able to get a couple inside the 10. White close to striking first here. Bellena already 6 carries for 45 yards, all on this drive.
I got to think a day like this isn't fun for those big dudes, man.
My goodness.
It's hot. Those guys I know like it nice and cold.
Yep. Yeah, it's hot. And that field turf, that increases the temperature by about 15, 20 degrees. It is hot down there. 3rd down and about 3. This time it's Amick on the keeper. Nice job by the defense to stay home. It'll be 4th down. Great play there. That's Keaton Ranslam from Lutheran High Northeast. He'll be playing in the 8-man All-Star game next week. Stops the white team shy. It's 4th and a yard.
I got some help from Easton Becker over there as well. But what a great play just to plug that hole and bring Amick down.
4th and 1 from the 9. They'll go with Bellena. That's been the high percentage play. He's got the first down. Inside the 5, carrying defenders. It'll be 1st and goal White. Taney makes the play, but Bellena repping for 8-man. A strong run there, and it's 1st and goal White.
Another great run there. Let's just, Bellena will break some tackles here. There's one. Nearly gets out of a second one, but it takes a pretty good effort to get him out of bounds. He's a tough running back.
1st down and goal from the 4. Amick out of the shotgun. Sending Schaefer in motion. It's Bellena. Schaefer an extra blocker. Bellena can't get the edge. Great play there. That's Caleb Trimble of Pender. His coach, Cody Volk, one of the assistants on the Red team. Great play, loss of a yard. It'll be 2nd and goal.
I like what Trimble did there. He just cut the legs out. You got to get down on those good running backs. Get down on those legs. You come up high on them, they're going to probably break the tackle. Cut those legs underneath and get him to the ground. Good job by Trimble.
They give to Bellena again up the middle, knifing his way through defenders and into the end zone. Touchdown, White team. Levi Bellena from 5 yards out. He had 37 of those in the football season. He gets his first today.
Well, that's just a great drive by the White team. Just did what they wanted to do. Certainly, Bellena was great on that drive, but we already mentioned that offensive line. They really kind of owned up front. And they really they set the tone on that drive with just physical football. Great execution there by this White offensive line and offensive unit.
Tony Berger on to kick the extra point. Amick will hold. Kicks up, and it is good. So on the Faith Regional Health Services scoreboard, 3:03 to go first quarter. White team on the board first. It's 7-0 on NCN.
I became a doctor kind of by happenstance, I should say. My wife would tell me when she met me when I was younger that I always wanted to be an astronaut, and somehow that turned into medicine. So when I was in undergrad, I had taken some anatomy and physiology classes, and it just blew my mind, and I wanted to know more and more and more, and so that just naturally directed me towards medicine. When it comes to hip and knee specifically, there really isn't anything that can't be done at Faith that can be done just about anywhere else. We do everything here from hip replacements to hip arthroscopy, which is another specialty training that I have. Working with the collaborative effort with everybody at Faith is another thing that you need to have that availability to provide top-level care. And we have all those specialties here, and all that is available to every patient, which again reflects back on patient care.
First quarter on News Channel Nebraska, brought to you by Region 4 Behavioral Health Services. Levi Ballen, as he's done so often, rushes for a touchdown. This time it's an 11-man football, though. And he gets the white team on the board first alongside Lou Siefker. I'm Eric McKay. Levi Ballen is going to play football at Morningside. I feel like he could be a star at the NAIA level. His type of game and the type of game that they play up there in Sioux City, he's going to have himself a great collegiate career.
I think you're right. I think he's a great fit. There's a lot of competition up there. That's a great program, but I think Ballen will fit in just fine.
Ooh, live ball. Bokamp were able to fall on it on the 20. Trickled past Zayden Burney of Winnebago, and will be 1st and 10 for the red team at the 20, trailing 7-0.
We got Walling back out at quarterback. We'll see. We saw that first. I guess I call it a drive of first possession, which was 3 plays, and they kind of ran more of an open offense. Looks like you got 4 receivers, so they're going to open it up here on the 3rd drive. Last drive was, you saw a lot of the run game out of that double wing offense.
1st and 10, Walling had time, now he doesn't. Flushed, he can fly, able to get to the edge and scrambles for 5 yards. It'll be 2nd down. You know, Lou, there's a little bit of pressure on the red team. Look, obviously the teams change every year. There's not a lot of continuity, but the white team has won the last 3 of these games, and 5 of the last 6. They have been dominant. So that's what they're saying, south of 275. That's where the good football's being played, and the red team trying to change that perception here today.
Yeah, the boosters are getting a little bit angry.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of NIL deals you can get for the Northeast Nebraska All-Star Football Classic, but now Walling on the keeper, nothing up the middle. That's a good interior line. It's going to be tough to find room in there. That's big R.J. Bayer, one of the captains of the team, Howells Dodge. Played in the Shrine Bowl last week, an All-Stater. He's going 3 for 3 on All-Star games. Had the Shrine Bowl last week, this game, and then the Sertoma 8-man game next week.
I'd be playing almost a season there. That's a lot of All-Star games.
It is. That's 3rd down and 5 after that no gain. 4 receiver split wide again for Walling. Quick swing. This is Escalante. Able to scramble his way for the 1st down and more. Out across the 45 to the 48-yard line. Gabe Escalante. How about the Windside Wildcats, represented today with a 23-yard gain?
You see at the end of that play, this is an all-star game. These guys are competitors. They're going to come and bring it. You watch the end of the play, they hit there by the sidelines. Very physical, but what a nice, well-executed play. And that's what the red team needed. Watch the hit there. They just needed to get a big play and get some rhythm going in this offense.
Escalante helping Windside make the playoffs this year. Great play in the backfield. That's R.J. Bayer. Bringing Escalante down for a loss of 3. Windside 5-4 this year, lost in the 1st round of the D2 playoffs. But, this Windside, that's a program that was having trouble fielding a team not long ago. So to see guys like Escalante in this game, to see the Windside program successful, that's been good to see. Great story in Northeast Nebraska.
Yeah, absolutely. They really turned it around there in Windside. Had a nice season a year ago.
2nd down 13, just shy of the 45-yard line. Escalante sneaks in motion. Off play action, Walling has his man, too tall for Kuntrad. And it'll be 3rd down and 13. You know what? When you talk about Pierce football, if you were able to try to encapsulate it into one player, I think Michael Kuntrad is the player that you would create.
Well,
he is the embodiment of Mark Bramer Pierce Blue Jay football.
Yeah, I would not disagree with that. He's one of many like that. There's been several that have come down the line, but he absolutely epitomizes Pierce football. He's smart, he's very physical, and a great competitor.
Could have been an all-stater offense or defense. Now 3rd and long. Walling, nice job to keep the pocket moving. Fires, Slade has it caught, 1st down. Great job by Walling to extend the play. Finds Jake Pites of Hardington Newcastle, a great tight end out of 8-man, and the red team on the positive side of the field once again.
What do they say about mobile quarterbacks? Walling, very mobile, very good athlete, was able to extend that play until his receiver got open and fired a strike. Great pitch and catch there for the red team.
Walling now 3 of 5 through the air for 47 yards. Final minute, 1st quarter here. There's that double wing set, Escalante in motion. Flags come in, our first flags of the game. It'll be offside against the white team. You know, when you see penalties in games like these, Lou, those are the ones you generally see. False starts and offsides. It's just the timing is difficult to get back into a rhythm. Usually takes a quarter or two to find it.
Yeah, absolutely. You see that a lot with teams that have practiced, you know, during the fall, the first game. You have those timing issues and those some mental mistakes, especially when we'll see what it's like later in the game since it's very, very warm.
Double handoff, inside give. Backing his way close to 1st down yardage is Jimmy Allen, an all-state running back in Class C2. He does indeed move the sticks down to the 29-yard line, gain of 5.
Just inside the 29, 1st and 10 for the red team.
Crofton starting a new era next year. The Warriors will be playing 8-man football for the first time.
That will be interesting.
Yeah. I don't know, there are a lot of teams in that area that are thrilled to have Crofton on their schedule now all of a sudden.
Thanks a lot.
1st and 10 from the 29. Walling now's got time. Surveying, good coverage, almost intercepted. That was Will Gunning of Plainview, gunning for the pig, didn't get it. It'll be 2nd and 10.
I'm not sure Walling saw that the way that defense was set. I don't think he saw him coming up there, very close to an interception.
Gunning had that undercut pretty well. They were trying to get it to Allen on the near sideline, but it'll be 2nd and 10. There's that double wing set again. You've got Heisch, the wing on the left. Allen's the wing on the right. Coontrod in the backfield. And we got motion all over the place.
Dead ball.
Our team going to give 5 yards back on the false start.
It's one thing if you have several guys jump. It really stinks when you're the only guy that jumps.
Yeah. At that time, you know, you don't mind that because you can blame it on the guy next to you. Well, he jumped, so I jumped. That's what it was. I wouldn't have, but he jumped, so I jumped. 2nd down and 15 now. 4 receivers split wide. As Red will try to open it up here. Walling. Looking deep, wants Pites in the corner, elevates but can't bring it in. Fantastic coverage, oh, too fantastic, say the officials. That was Karsten Bird of Boone Central. Great cornerback for Coach Hudson and the Cardinals, but I think the officials are going to say the coverage was a little too good.
Yeah, those are such tough calls. I thought pretty good coverage there by Bird, but obviously officials right there on the play.
Yeah, it's a close one, tough one. But like you said, the officials were there. They were closer than we were. So 15-yard penalty, that's a big one. Would have been 3rd and long. But it's now 1st and 10 for the red team at the 19-yard line. Closest they've been to the end zone today on what will likely be the last play of the first quarter. Heisch in motion. They'll go with the inside give. Jimmy Allen bounding forward, gets 2 or 3, and that will end the first quarter. High-quality football, as you would expect after one. It's the white team 7, red team nothing. Second quarter coming up. You're watching the Northeast Nebraska All-Star Football Classic on NCN.
We say that we are a community bank, and we truly are. We started as a single bank in Pilgrim, Nebraska, and now we've grown into 9 different locations with 10 different branches. But we've kept that community feel, that at-home feel when customers walk in the door. We want them to have a great experience so that as their family continues to grow and goes on to generation, they're coming back to Midwest Bank where mom and dad or grandma and grandpa started their first checking account or got their first loan, because that's the Midwest Bank way.
Searching for your next vehicle? Shop Woodhouse first. Over 1,000 pre-owned vehicles in stock and on our lots, with new trades arriving daily that you can explore on woodhouse.com. Plus, confidence comes standard when you purchase a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV from Woodhouse. With our multi-point inspection, transparent pricing, available add-on warranties, and financing options, purchasing a pre-owned vehicle has never been simpler. Experience the difference and drive away today confident and road-ready in your new vehicle from Woodhouse.
Northeast Nebraska All-Star Football Classic getting set to start the second quarter. That's brought to you by Unity Eye Center. Alongside Lou Siefker, Kalen Devitt on the sidelines, I'm Eric McKay. White team leading in an 11-man football game. It's been 8-man guys who've been the stars so far. Levi Ballen with the rushing touchdown, and R.J. Bayer, his teammate of Howells Dodge, 4 tackles, 1 tackle for loss in that first quarter. Howells Dodge players, as you might expect, the state champs, getting it done here on All-Star Saturday.
Yeah, love the 8-man guys. I gotta believe they come here with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder, with something to prove. But like I said, I mean, if you're a ball player, you're a ball player, and it doesn't matter how many guys are on the field at that time. These guys know they can play, and they've proved it year after year. Bayer with a great quarter, I believe, 4 tackles, and he has been outstanding. He's going to be going to school here at Northeast Community College. Bayer, he's going to study agribusiness.
There's a pitch to Heisch, the cut back inside, the 15 down to the 14. Will Gunning makes the play. Gain of a couple. It'll be 3rd down and 5. You know, to your point, Lou, I remember covering the first of these All-Star games, and at that time, one of the white team defensive linemen was Nate Budgeta from Howells Dodge. Of course, went on to play for Iowa and played for a little while with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah.
And he said, being an 8-man guy here, you know, he'd just come off the Shrine Bowl. He said that absolutely. They feel like they need to prove themselves on a greater level, so they come in with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. 3rd down and 5. See if the red team can keep this drive going. It's been an impressive one, helped by penalty. Coontrod hit hard. Boy, that hole opened up and then closed quickly. Great closing speed by Spencer Batenhorst. A Wisner Pilger came in. Bayer was in on the stop as well, or Bayer, I should say. So no gain, in fact. It'll be 4th down and 5.
A big Logan Muller over there, number 97 for the white team. 6'1", 285. I don't want to buy his groceries anytime soon.
Summerland Bobcat.
Yeah.
Taking up a lot of room there. 4th down, red team going to go for it. Oh, they left early. Looked like Coontrod jumped, so now it'll be 4th and 10. This has been a drive that has both helped and hindered by Yellow Laundry.
I think you feel good about 4th and 5 and the way that you've moved the ball. Now 4th and 10 is a little bit different story.
4th down 10. They keep the offense on the field. They've got 3 receivers split wide. Evan Heisch standing as well. Almost like they got 4 receivers split wide. Heisch kind of as a tight end. Walling, DeSotko giving pressure. Walling escapes it. He could probably run for it, and he will. Inside the 10, he's gone. Touchdown. Tanner Walling. Well, we've talked about it. He can do it with his feet. Scrambles for 19 yards, and the red team answers.
Walling rolling to his right. It looked like that was open, and you thought he was going to take it. Well, how good of an athlete is he? He hesitated trying to find the receiver and then took off anyway and still scored. This guy's going to play golf, huh?
Yeah, playing golf at Northeast Community College.
It's a lot safer, I think, most of the time. Unless I'm out there throwing my clubs around in anger.
When you're lining up a putt, you don't have Camden DeSotco running full speed at you.
Might make golf a little more interesting if we did that.
Now John Munoz on for the extra point. It is up. It is good. The Homer Knight able to tie this game. Tanner Walling, he can do it with his arms. He does it with his legs. 7-7, the Northeast Nebraska All-Star Football Classic on NCN.
I chose orthopedics because growing up, I was involved with sports heavily, and then going through medicine, I wanted to bring one of my passions into my career as well, and I found that with orthopedics. When I came here, I was pleasantly surprised by how big the medical community was in terms of all services, but especially our orthopedic line, which is associated with foot and ankle, hand, wrist, elbow clinic as well. So we have a lot of providers and are able to pretty much cover any of the needs associated with orthopedics. It's very rewarding having them come in, describe the situations that they can't do, and then actually see them out in the community doing those things. And, you know, coming up to the patient and be like, hey, how are you doing? Good to see you're doing, you know, fishing or hunting or whatever it may be.
Seven, 7. We are tied after a 19-yard touchdown run by Tanner Walling and an extra point by John Munoz alongside Lou Siepker, Kalen Devitt on the sideline. I'm Eric McKay. Evan Heisch's kick, worm burner, picked up at the 15, diving forward to about the 30 is Tony Berger, Riverside Charger, getting out to the 31-yard line. Don't forget, you can follow our antics on Twitter as well. At NCN Sports, let us know where you're watching the game. We'll send you a shout out on the air. Always good to connect with folks online around the world. Always impressed by who we're able to talk to. We've had folks from Montana.
Yeah.
Did we have Australia? Did we get a shout out from Australia one time?
I think we did, yeah.
During basketball
season, right?
New quarterback for the white team. That's Parker Kruzmark of Stanton. And he's in trouble right away. Able to scramble, break tackles. How about Parker Kruzmark? Out across midfield, out of bounds. The Stanton Mustang into red territory. You know, this game is difficult to organize. Kalen Debin standing by with one of the men who does just that. Kalen?
How about that run right there? We're on the sidelines right now. Kalen Debin and Jeff Beller. Jeff, you said you're just standing around looking busy. Is that true?
No, I'm trying to keep up with what we need to do. It's a great experience for the kids out there playing, so we're excited about this game.
Jeff, the president of the Northeast Nebraska All-Star Game Board of Directors. How has that been? I mean, you guys started this in 2012. This is the 9th game. Would have been the 10th if it wasn't for COVID. So how has that been starting it back in 2012 and then progressing every single game forward?
Well, I think it's been outstanding for our kids. We wanted to start this because we knew we had great talent in Northeast Nebraska. We had to work a lot of wrinkles out on, you know, a lot of things that we weren't used to doing, but now hopefully we're a little better at it because we've been doing it a while. But it's great that coaches will commit to helping us, and, you know, we tie up 12 coaches for a week, and athletes have said yes to come out and play and always put on a great game.
I mean, they love it. It's a great game right now, like you said, tied up 7-7 so far. And Jeff, also has your experience as a head coach of Norfolk Catholic, the winningest coach in Nebraska high school history. A lot of that, bringing all these really good coaches together. What's that experience for you, like a coach as well?
Oh, I think it's outstanding. You know, we get to know each other. We're not competing so hard against each other like we do during the regular season, and we find out we have a lot of things in common and you know, really enjoy each other's company. So it's been a great experience for our coaches.
Yeah, that, and then, of course, the players. Just being able to get together, build some relationships. I know we were talking with Troy Evans earlier, and he was saying that a lot of the players on his team were saying, hey, we're going to the same college next year. We should room together.
I think, you know, my son played in the very first game we had, and he really has some good friends that came from this game. And so I think that does go on, that they really develop relationships. It's been great for Northeast Nebraska, great for our parents to be involved in this thing. So it's really been a nice thing.
That's Jeff Beller, and back to the action.
All right, and there was a lot of action during that interview. Boy, we saw Cody Miracle decide he was just going to score as quickly as he possibly could. The Boone Central running back, 3 carries on that drive for 49 yards. You just saw the 49-yard touchdown run. And now Tony Berger on for the extra point. Baron Buckendall holding. The kick is up. It is good.
The kick is good.
So Faith Regional Physician Services scoreboard 14-7 rather. White with the lead, and Lou, boy, that was an impressive drive there. The White team really answering the call with some new players. We saw Cruz Mark with a great scramble, then Cody Miracle, fantastic running for the Boone Central running back.
Well, you ask Jeff Beller a couple of questions, and all heck breaks loose here. What a great drive. 4 plays, White team just right down the field. And I think that Cruz Mark scramble really set the tone for that drive. And then obviously Miracle took over on the last 3 runs. But very impressive drive there for the White team, taking it to the house in only 4 plays.
Miracle rushed for just shy of 600 yards, 6 touchdowns for Coach Mark Hudson of Boone Central this year. Good linebacker as well. Spent a lot of time in the opposing backfield. He's able to get the touchdown, get the White team back on top here, 14-7. Like we've said, this has been a game dominated by the White team. Winners of the last 2. Of course, the 2020 game didn't happen because of COVID-19. But it was, for a while, sort of a back-and-forth type of affair. The red team would win, White team would win, but the teams in the southern portion of this talent split have really taken control of this game over the last 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, I don't know if that ever gets talked about, especially if you're on the red team. Hey, we haven't won this in a while, but. And by the way, that interview, Jeff Beller, I should know that name.
Sounds familiar. Name ringing a bell. Like he said, his son played at quarterback in the first ever Northeast Nebraska All-Star Football Classic. Jay Beller, his brother, former superintendent of Battle Creek, was also on the initial committee that got this event started. Now the executive director of the NSAA. A lot of great football minds around here. Not a surprise. If anything, there was a surprise that it hadn't happened yet, that it took until 2013 to get the first game going as a flag comes in on that Logan Bokemper return.
Well, I saw Jay Beller there. I said hi to him. I thought it was Phil Jackson. I didn't.
He does kind of look like Phil Jackson.
He does.
That's the first time I've ever thought about that. You're right. He does kind of look like Phil Jackson. Of course, Jay, if there was a Northeast Nebraska All-Star football game in the 70s, both Jay and Jeff probably would have played.
Yeah.
They were legendary athletes, both in football and basketball for Waltill back in the day. Led the Waltill Blue Jays to state tournaments in basketball and great success in football.
And Jeff went on to be a, pretty good coach, I guess.
Ended up doing okay at it, yeah.
Did all right.
Yeah, when you look at the list of all-time winningest coaches in the state of Nebraska, there are no names above that of Jeff Beller.
Yeah, I think legend goes in front of that name pretty easily.
Handoff. Right side red team leapfrogging the defender down to the 15, Michael Kuntrad.
Thank you for the red team now. Obviously, you want to try to answer. And, the way the White, the last possession went down the field like that, you'd like to maybe have a nice physical time-consuming drive. I think the red team's still trying to figure out exactly what they want to do offensively.
Yeah, it's tough, right? Because if you're Troy Evans, your offensive style is one that utilizes a lot of wings, a lot of ground attack, as you see it here with Evan Heisch stretching the play out across the 15 to the 18-yard line. But, you've got talent. You want to spread this out. You've got guys that can open it up. So it's not just an adjustment for the players. It's an adjustment for the coaches as well. It's a difficult balance to come up with in a week.
Well, like we said earlier, you've got a whole team full of good players, so you try to put many of these guys on the field as often as you can. It's a juggling act, but you're right. It's also, what sort of offense do you run? How does that mesh with the players that are on your team?
On third down, handoff straight up the gut Sometimes it's just that simple. We've got Michael Coontrod. We got a great offensive line. Let's go straight forward when we need 2 yards, and that's what the red team does. Coontrod gets 4 and moves the sticks.
You got a tough guy like Coontrod there. Give him the football and let him run behind those big dogs up front. That's always a good recipe for success. You look at Coontrod, you got Heisch, you got some good ball players back there carrying the football. That might be the game plan right now is let them carry it, let the big dogs in front move that white defensive line backwards.
Christensen as well. Between those 3, you have almost 3,500 yards of rushing. Yeah. Now it's Taney going to try to do it on his feet. Taney, the new quarterback for the red team, out of Cedar Catholic, gets a couple, maybe 3 out to the 25-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And both Tate and Hunter Taney playing together in this ball game.
Taney, a great quarterback, but I think, Lou, one of the best defensive backs we've ever seen. Was an all-state safety for Cedar Catholic, and passing against the Trojans was difficult. Teams found themselves doing it often because they were behind, and he was an absolute terror as a defensive player. Here he hands off to Coontrod, who's terrorized himself in the backfield. How about the play there by Carter Hanel from Clarkson Lee, the Patriot? Bringing down Coontrod in the backfield. That's a loss of a lot, and it'll be 3rd and long. Loss of about 5 there.
Another big-time play there for the small school. You know, that's another thing, if you think about it, is a lot of these guys go both ways, play offense and defense. Where do you put them? I mean, do you put them on offense, put them on defense? Where are they going to be the most effective?
3rd down and 13, Taney. Looking to his left, it's caught, but well shy of 1st down yardage. Great coverage. It's complete to Jake Pites. Over there to make the play for the white team was Grady Gatewood, Oakland Craig cornerback, stopping them well shy of 1st down yardage, and the red team will have to punt.
Great coverage there by Gatewood. Just shut that play down. And the red team unable to move the football. If the red defense is going to have to buckle up here, because the last time the white had it, they went the length of the field in 4 plays.
Evan Heisch will punt it away. That's kind of an underrated aspect of his game. He's a very good punter. He's such a great linebacker and running back. He was such a big part of one of the best games we've ever seen, Lou, that playoff game between Laurel Concord Coleridge and Exeter Milligan Friend. In the first round, that 8-9 game, Laurel Concord Coleridge ended up winning. This is a high punt. Takes a white team bounce, now rolls the red team's way, and will be blown dead at the 44-yard line. 32-yard punt, no return. White with good field position once again. And, you know, you go back and talk about what LCC was able to do. There's a lot of teams that make up this All-Star game. 31 of the teams represented here today were playoff teams in football this year.
Yeah, a lot of success. I mean, obviously, great players make great success, but a lot of success out here across the board for both teams.
Here in our second quarter, brought to you by Unity Eye Center. Good crowd on hand. The sun is behind the clouds. That's limited the heat a little bit. Still pretty warm. Here's Berger. Found a hole up the middle. 1st down and more. Into red territory. Tony Berger. Out across the 35 to the 32-yard line. Give him 24 and a white 1st down.
That's just a great job. Berger hit the hole and hit it fast. And boy, the white team right now, offensively, the last about 5 plays, they have been absolutely unstoppable.
We talked about that offensive line earlier. They got a couple of new guys in there. Carson Miracle, Boone Central is in on the ground for them. Opening up holes. Berger on the right side across the 30 to the 29-yard line. This was from earlier. This was the last play. Berger breaking through. He's a speedy back. Riverside Chargers have had a lot of really good running backs, good athletes in basketball and football over the years. Cruise mark in the pistol. The handoff. Berger this time is stood up. He's got nothing in front of him. That's Charlie Schrader, the All-State defensive end. You're not going to beat him to the edge. He qualified for state in the 200 and the 400, was the anchor on Wynot's 5th place 4x400 team. He'll be running track at Nebraska Wesleyan. He can fly. That's great speed on the edge for the red team.
Yeah, you just love to see what these guys are doing in college, and it's not always, what you expect. I mean, he's a great athlete, obviously a great track star, but he's such a good defensive end out there.
Of course, at Wesleyan, the way they run things in NAIA, he might find his way on the football team as well. Yeah. Berger close to first down yardage. Don't think he's got it. It'll be fourth and about a yard. They mark him a yard shy at the 24-yard line.
Fourth and 1 for the White.
We figure a couple downs here, you're probably playing. That's 4th and 1, I guess. So we'll see what the white team tries to do here. Do you try a trick play here? Do you try to catch them off guard? Or I think the way you've moved the ball, you run the football and pick up the first down here.
Well, especially since they can't blitz. That's an advantage for the offense. This is going to be close. That was a great play defensively by Strand Sage to get into the gap there. They might have to measure this. I don't know if he got it.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to get it rather easily, and
he
Sage closed that down in a hurry.
They're saying no, he didn't get it. How about Strand Sage? That's the thing about this game, Lou. The defense more often has to make tackles in the open field because you can't blitz, you can't pack the box. So a guy like Strand Sage, that's an incredible play by the Crofton D lineman.
Yeah, just shot the gap and made the play. And it came out of nowhere. That's slow motion that we're seeing there, and it fast speed. He just shot through there like an absolute shot of lightning.
We should not be surprised by that. Strand Sage once had 20 tackles in a game against Cedar Catholic a couple of years ago. Swing pass near side dropped by Eggers. That'll be an incomplete pass. 2nd down and 10 upcoming for the red team, trying to score before the half. Hey, at the half, by the way, stay tuned. We've got the All-Star. They were going to do the All-Star marching band, but they're not here today, so never mind. That's just a programming note. Normally, we send you to the Northeast Nebraska All-Star marching band performance, but we won't be doing that today. So get a sandwich or something. I don't know.
That's too bad. I always enjoy watching the band.
Taney. Little misdirection. Escalante pounding his way down to the 25-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and about 9.
Think of the white team. I think about calling a timeout here if you get a stop. Give yourself some time. It's 3rd down and 9, so if you can get a stop here, I think you call a timeout. Give yourself plenty of time when you get the football back.
Gus Gomez of BRLD made the stop on the last play. 3rd and 9, Taney all day over the middle in traffic. Bobbled and incomplete. Nice job by Gomez to get his hand in there. It was pretty well covered by Cale Wacker, but Pites had it knocked away at the last minute by Gomez. It'll be 4th down.
Yeah, Pites, he got his hands on it, just not able to secure the football.
4th down for the Reds.
So now you don't have to call a timeout because the clock stopped after the incomplete pass. White team with 2 minutes even. Got plenty of time here to put some points on the board.
Heisch will punt it away. His last one hung up on him a little bit. Back deep for the white team, a couple of speedsters, Karsten Bird and Jackson Waldo. Another high punt. Shallow, fair catch called for and made by Bird at the 45-yard line. 30-yard punt, no return, but 154, all 3 of their timeouts. Plenty of time here, Lou, for the white team to extend their lead.
Well, I'm sure during the week you have some conversation about what you do in this situation, and you run a few plays. You got a few plays that you want to throw in. We'll see what the white elects to do, but you've got great field position. You still have the 3 timeouts left. So you're in a great spot here to possibly close out this half with some points.
Dylan Amick, swing pass, left side, hit the turf. It'll be incomplete, trying to get Jackson Waldo going. 2nd and 10, just the 2nd attempted pass for the white team. It's looking at all the helmets, and one of the cool things about these All-Star games is, they trade logos and put different logos on the helmets. Carson Thompson of Oakland Craig is down there. He has a Scotts Bluff logo on his helmet that he picked up during the Shrine Bowl last week.
Yeah.
That's a sticker you don't get in this game.
Yeah, not Northeast Nebraska. I think Scottsbluff's a little out of that area. But
Scottsbluff is hosting their own All-Star game today. The Western Nebraska All-Star game is today as well. Amick, off the tip drill, it's caught. Baron Buckendahl, a Battle Creek to Battle Creek connection. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's a gain of 15.
I think that was intended. I think that was Waldo. Went off his hands. And he was the initial intended receiver. But the tip drill works, and sometimes it's good to be lucky, and sometimes it's good to be good. And I think they were both in that particular instance.
Here's Waldo trying to come end around, and just nothing there. Great athleticism on the red defense. That's Taylor Korth from Ponca playing for his head coach. Timeout called by the white team. It will be 2nd down and 10. Jackson Waldo on that carry. You know, Lou, you and I saw him as a freshman. They played against Westholt, a game down in Chambers, one of the coldest games that we have ever covered. But I remember at that time thinking, well, this little freshman is a speedy back. And you talk about a great career that he had at Chambers-Wheeler Central. Sometimes Chambers-Wheeler Central Ewing, sometimes just Chambers-Wheeler Central. Always had Jackson Waldo. This last year, 318 rushing yards, 6 touchdowns. Their leading receiver had 4 receiving touchdowns. Great defender as well. In fact, that freshman year, he had 26 tackles in one game. Just a guy who just flew around the field. One of those guys we were talking during pregame feels like he's been playing high school football for 8 years.
Yeah.
Just a terror in 8, man.
Well, when you're good and you start out that early, it just seems like you've been there forever. And I'm sure a lot of his opponents feel like he's been there for about 8 years as well.
Our second quarter again brought to you by Unity Eye Center.
2nd and 10 for the White.
The white team coming out of the timeout. They'll have 2 left. 2nd and 10. Trying to extend their lead. It's a keeper. Amick on the bounce. Able to break a tackle, fall forward for 1st down yardage. Young man whose game really developed for Battle Creek at quarterback, turned into quite the dual threat quarterback for Battle Creek this year, gets 12 on that carry.
Had a good season there for the Braves. That was just a quarterback draw. Keeper all the way. Nice run there by Amick, and the white team keeps this drive alive.
1st and 10 now from the 28. Amick surveying, has his teammate Buckendahl too tall. Did he get it? He did. Intercepted. What a play by Brandon Bartos to jump in front of that ball. It hung up a bit, and the red team gets it on the turnover.
That's just a great individual play by Bartos. That looked like that ball was going out of bounds, and Bartos somehow able to make this interception. What a big-time play. Go up and get it, young man. Great play.
Big stop for the red team. And now they have it 1st and 10 from the 20 with a minute to go and all 3 timeouts.
This is where you don't mind being a coach, because if you do something crazy, you know.
It's an all-star game. Who cares?
It's an all-star game, yeah.
Escalante in motion. They give to him on the end around. Good blocking setup. Escalante, he's got some speed.
Ball carried by number 8.
State qualifier for Winside and track. Tripped up across the 25 to the 27. Be 2nd and 3. The red team hurrying to the line of scrimmage.
2nd down and 3.
I think the red team, you know, the way things have gone, if they end up down 7, oh, look out. Cale Wacker read that one all the way. He's got real estate in front of him. He's got blockers. Wacker pinballing off defenders, and the white team gets it back inside the 25-yard line. The Norfolk Panther defensive back sets the white team up in business.
Yeah, just read the play, read the eyes of the quarterback. Wacker just steps up and makes that pick. That's a big turn of events for the white team. It looked like we might be going to halftime. Now it's still 23 seconds to go. Still a couple of timeouts. We mentioned it just a moment ago. The white team in good position to possibly score. Now they're in great position to put some points on the board.
Still with 2 timeouts. Cruz mark in at quarterback. Pumps, looking end zone, nothing there. Now the right side running for his life. Cruzmark able to extend the play, gets out of bounds. The Stanton Mustang He's one of those. He was in the Shrine Bowl last week on the defensive side. Was an all-state defensive back for Stanton, but in a game like this, you know, two-way player gets a chance to show what he can do. That time it was extend a play.
That's a great example of where do you put guys, you know. They play so well on both sides of the ball. Kruzmark did a good job to avoid that sack. You don't want to take the sack in that situation.
Stops the clock with 15 seconds. Kruzmark has receivers double crossing, looking, end zone. Thompson tipped away. Great play defensively by Court McEwen, the Lutheran High Northeast defensive back.
It was not a bad pass. That was a pretty good pass. McEwen just puts his big paw out there and knocks that one away. Otherwise, that's a touchdown. That just saves 6 points there. McEwen does the job defensively.
So now third down and long, down to 8 seconds. Probably another shot to the end zone here, I would imagine. Or at least something across the stick, something that'll set you up at least maybe with a field goal. Get some points before the half. Kruzmark with time. Over the middle, tipped and almost intercepted. Strand Sage had that one read. They were looking for Thompson again over the middle. It'll be fourth down. Would be a 44-yard field goal from here.
Sage dropping back there in coverage. Almost had that one. Yeah, it's going to be a long field goal. I'm expecting maybe a Hail Mary here into the end zone.
Yeah, it's the offense that's out there. Ballen in the backfield with Kruzmark. Thompson split wide to the right. You've got Waldo, Buckendahl, and Braden Waldo of Plainview split to the left. Kruzmark fakes the swing pass. Oh, Waldo was open in the end zone. He didn't see him and gets sacked. Jackson Waldo was wide open, but instead it's Schrader and Taylor Korth combining with a sack to end the first half. Great job by the red team to hold there, Lou, and hold this to a one-possession game as we head to the half.
Yeah, kept it out of the end zone. Kruzmark held it too long that time, and the defense eventually got to him and get the sack. But give credit there, red defense able to hold.
Halftime show coming up next. It's the Northeast Nebraska All-Star Football Classic on NCN.
When you want to wear your pride on your sleeve, true Nebraskans turn to NebraskaScreenPrinting.com for the latest screen printing and embroidery design. View hundreds of designs or upload your own for any school activity, sport, booster club, or business. We can do it all in whatever color your pride comes in. Get your group order in for your event or team at NebraskaScreenPrinting.com today for a fast and convenient turnaround. We're custom sports screen printing and embroidery at NebraskaScreenPrinting.com. Proud to be Nebraskan.
Let's go down to the field now for a special awards presentation at the Northeast Nebraska All-Star Football Classic.
The award is presented to Dr. John Cerny of Bancroft, Rosalie. Dr. Cerny has been at Bancroft Rosalie Community School since 1982. He began as a science teacher, became activities director in 1984, and principal in 1987. He was named superintendent in 1993. Dr. Cerny received a Bachelor of Science degree from the University of Nebraska-Lincoln in 1982 and a Master of Science in Education degree from Wayne State in 1987. He received a specialization in Educational Administration and Supervision degree from UNL in 1992. Dr. Cerny received a Doctor of Education degree in Administrative Curriculum and Instruction from UNL in 1998. Dr. Cerny served as head coach at Bancroft Rosalie for 32 years with a career record of 230 wins and 94 losses. His team qualified for the playoffs 23 times, winning state championships in 1985 and 1999, and finishing as runners-up in 1986 and 2006. Dr. Cerny coached in the Nebraska 8-man All-Star game as an assistant in 1987 and as a head coach in 1992, the Kansas-Nebraska All-Star game in 2008, and the Oklahoma-Nebraska All-Star game in 2006, in which he was the co-head coach. Also the Northeast Nebraska All-Star game as an assistant in 2013 and head coach in 2015. He was elected to the Nebraska 8-Man Hall of Fame in 2017. Dr. Cerny retired from coaching football after the 2014 season, but returned to coach the 2021 Bancroft-Rosalie Lions Decatur team. In 2015, Dr. Cerny received the Terrell Bell Award from the United States Department of Education for outstanding leadership, the only Nebraska administrator to receive the award. In 2013, he received the Outstanding Superintendent Award from the Nebraska Rural Community Schools Association. Dr. Cerny has served on the Nebraska School Activities Association Board of Directors for the past 4 years and was chairman the past year. John and his wife Carol have 2 daughters, Jessica from Omaha and Elizabeth from Redondo Beach, California, both special education teachers, and 2 granddaughters. Ladies and gentlemen, the Lifetime Achievement Award honoree, Dr. John Cerny. The 2022 Outstanding Contributors Awards are presented to Phyllis and Don Wood. Phyllis and Don Wood are former Pierce High School teachers who have supported the Northeast Nebraska All-Star Football Classic for 9 years. Phyllis served as the Director of Football Operations, working with the Board of Directors, coaches, players, and parents, and Don helped with the games by taking photos and manning the East Gate, as well as providing Phyllis with support and assistance during the year. Phyllis graduated from Ida Grove Community Schools in Iowa and Don from Stanton High School. The couple earned their undergraduate degrees at Wayne State and their master's degrees at Northwest Missouri State University. They retired from Pierce High School after 40 years of teaching. Phyllis taught physics, 8th grade earth science and computer science courses, and later became the district technology coordinator. Don taught chemistry, physical science, and physics. Don coached girls basketball for several years as well, and later kept the scorebook for basketball games, and clerked the starter for track meets for 20 years, while Phyllis heated and scored every track meet held at Pierce for 23 years. The couple has 2 children, Andrew and Amanda. Andrew and wife Gina live in Seward. Amanda and husband Daryl Fieldgrove live in Grand Island with their 5 sons, Aiden, DJ, Dayton, Chevy, and Dalton. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2022 Outstanding Contribution Award honorees, Phyllis and Don Wood of Pierce. Before we start the second half, we will also honor the 2 most valuable teammates.
So congrats to John Cerny and the Woods on their awards. John Cerny, of course, a name synonymous with success over the years, coached this game in 2015, whether it was Bancroft-Rosalie or BRLD. You know, he was very instrumental in getting that co-op together and successful in Lou. They really hit the ground running, certainly in basketball. A lot of success on the basketball side, but in football as well. And this is it for BRLD. We've got a BRLD player in this game. He's wearing the BRLD helmet. This is the last time you'll see that helmet. Next year, they go back to Bancroft, Rosalie, and Lions, Decatur Northeast. But all the success that they saw over these last few years, John Cerny was a big part of that.
Yeah, no question about it. That's really going to be strange not to have that BRLD. And as you mentioned, the basketball side, very successful.
Here's some highlights from the first half. Red team has had some difficulty getting consistent offense going. The white team not. That's R.J. Bayer running right into your living room from Howells Dodge. He led the way rushing for the white team with 54 yards on 9 carries and 1 touchdown run. That one right there, that gave the white team the lead late first quarter, 7-0. The red team has struggled to get their offense going as consistently as the white team has. As you see here on offense, that's Gabe Escalante of Winside. Nice play. Hammered out of bounds, but a gain of 26 there. Later on that same drive, Tanner Walling of Wayne able to find Jake Pites on a nice conversion. And second quarter, Walling flushed by Cam DeSotko, able to get it done with his legs. A 19-yard touchdown scramble, and the red team ties it at 7 as Tanner Walling, the Wayne Blue Devil, gets the rushing touchdown. But the white team wasted no time after that. Here, Parker Kruzmark scrambles for a 23-yard gain. The Stanton Mustang getting it into red territory, and then Boone Central's Cody Miracle was incredible on the ground for them. This is a big gain out to the left side, gets the white team inside the 20. He would finish off the drive with a touchdown run, giving the white team the lead 14-7. There's some great defense on the white side. Carter Hanel of Clarkson Lee setting the white team up again with a big run, that time by Tony Berger of Riverside. Berger had 33 yards on the ground in the first half. A little tip drill completion to Baron Buckendall, the only pass the white team completed in the first half. Here, Dylan Amick trying to extend the play, but Brandon Bartos of Wayne with the interception, closing off a drive. Looked like the red team might be able to possibly tie this game, but later on the next drive, the interception by Cale Wacker of Norfolk ends the drive, gave the white team with a chance to get more points before the half. They were not able to do so, though, as Kruzmark would be sacked on this play. Charlie Schrader in on that, one of 2 sacks for him in the first half, as the red team ended up with just 106 yards in the first half, 52 on the ground, 54 through the air. The white team, 173 yards total, 158 on the ground, 15 through the air. Your defensive leader, Schrader, with 6 tackles and 2 sacks for the red team. For the white team, R.J. Bayer of Howells Dodge with 5 tackles and a tackle for loss. Augustus Gomez with 5 tackles as well. Cale Wacker, as I mentioned, with the interception, as did Brandon Bartos of the Wayne Blue Devils. 14-7, white team with the lead. When we come back, we'll hand out the award for most valuable teammate. You're watching the Northeast Nebraska All-Star Football Classic on NCN.
At Othniel Miller Pape Eye Care, our focus is always on you. As a leading provider of optometry with advanced diagnostics and equipment, we can ensure your eye health is our top priority. A quick glance at our frame area will show you can have style as well as function with plenty of frames to choose from. Our mission is to educate patients, provide cutting-edge technology, and exceptional service with personalized care. Come to Othniel Miller Pape Eye Care to clearly see the difference. Why? Because your eyes deserve it.
So orthopedics for me is just being able to restore people back to a quality of life that they aren't used to. It's see problem, fix problems. I grew up on a farm, which was a very visual type thing. You see a problem and you take care of it, and then you move on to the next problem once people are fully back and healed. I did play sports in high school, recreational in college. What it means is that I understand the motivation for younger athletes or older athletes even to want to get back to being able to participate in their sport at the level they were at prior to any injury they sustained. Obviously in orthopedics, technology drives a lot of what we do, and with being able to bring in new technology to help patients recover faster, it's been quite exciting. I think it's going to continue to evolve for the next 5, 10, 20 years.
Whether you play on a field, or play on a court, or are running to greatness, during the game and after the game, during the wins and during the losses, Agri City Insurance has you covered. Here to help you insure what matters most. Agri City Insurance.
You're watching.
Welcome back. Our halftime show on NCN is presented by Midwest Bank. Always ready to lend a hand in the communities that they serve. Log on to MidwestBank.com and find out more. I am not in mid-season broadcasting form, apparently. Let's go back down. Let's let somebody else who's actually good at this talk for a while. We have another special presentation here at the All-Star Football Classic.
During the week, the players got to know many of the players they played against during their high school playing careers. and made what are sure to be some lifelong friendships. At the end of the week, the players were asked to vote for their most valuable teammate. The most valuable teammate for the red team, from Homer, number 14, John Munoz.
And the most valuable teammate for the white team, number 48, from Stanton, Mustangs.
So there you go, the all-star most valuable teammates. Boy, doesn't it just figure? The guy who's like the meanest defender out there is the nicest guy. Cam DeSatko winning most valuable teammate for the white team out of Stanton. And then John Munoz, the Homer Knight kicker today for Homer, winning that award as well.
I don't know about you, Eric, but Camden DeSatko would be my favorite teammate if I'm like walking through a dark alley somewhere.
He'd be my favorite teammate as long as I didn't have to play against him in practice.
Exactly.
Kalen Devin is the third member of our broadcast crew. He's standing by with the winner of this year's Legend Award. Kalen?
Welcome back here to News Channel Nebraska, the start of the third quarter for the Northeast Nebraska All-Star Game. Kalen Devin on the sideline here with Dr. John Cerny. How we doing?
Oh, it's a great day for football today.
Great day for football, John. So, head coach of Bancroft Rosalie, couple state title appearances, couple state title wins, and now you're back into coaching. But first of all, what's this award that you're holding right here?
Well, the coaches in this area decided to recognize me for a Lifetime Achievement Award, which I'm really appreciative because Northeast Nebraska has some really outstanding coaches. It means a lot to have your peers recognize you for something, so very grateful and appreciative. And the guys who do this work, organize this game, this is so special for kids and for coaches who get a chance to coach in this thing. Very appreciative to the board for all the things that they do.
And John, obviously you are one of those coaches who has done so many great things for Northeast Nebraska. Bancroft Rosalie in your obviously 8-man Hall of Fame, another great honor to your list of achievements. But you hung up the hat coaching in 2014, and now you're back. What does that mean for you?
Well, I coached head coach 1 year last year. Now I'm just going to be an assistant coach, and I love this game. You know, it's a great game. But I've been blessed to have some tremendous athletes. You know, you don't win 200 games without some horses up front and some fast guys behind them. So, and I've had some blessed to have some tremendous assistants who've helped do a lot of the work. So. It's been fun. I enjoy every single game you play. It's fun to get out there and watch the kids do what they do, experience the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat, as ABC always used to say. So, you know, I'm very blessed to have had the kids that I've had to work with, and 40 years at Bancroft Rosalie has been a rewarding career. So thanks for having me today.
Of course. John, congratulations. Lifetime Achievement Award. Congratulations, and enjoy the rest of the game.
Okay, thanks very much.
Got back up to the booth here in just a little bit with News Channel Nebraska as the third quarter is about to get underway. Players are getting stretched and ready to roll.
You're ready to build or buy the house of your dreams. All you need now is a trusted partner. That is us. We are here to help you grow. Madison County Bank will be there from start to finish, from application to closing, kitchen countertops to the backyard. Madison County Bank is ready to help your dream come true.
At Farmers Pride, we are proud to work with agricultural producers, commercial businesses, and homeowners.
As a farm supply and grain marketing cooperative, we are proud to serve the region's needs of grain, feed, agronomy, energy, and transportation for over 80 years. We help the farmers who feed the world by providing the people, products, and programs to deliver solutions for our customers' success. Farmers' pride in the field, on your farm, in your community.
Let's take a look at our Smile Cam, brought to you by Family First Dental. Learn more about all they can do for you and your family's oral health at FamilyFirstDental.com. Alongside Lou Siefker, Caitlin Devitt on the sidelines. I'm Eric McKay. Fans of the white team smiling right now, a 14-7 lead, trying to win their 4th straight Northeast Nebraska All-Star Football Classic.
I think if everybody's smiling in the stands right now, it's because they have a cold drink with them.
That is true. It has warmed up. We're creeping on 90 degrees here as we get set to start the second half. By the way, I neglected to mention, this is an all-star officiating crew as well. Our officials today, Todd Heyer, Eric Sater, Terry Wrinkle, Mark Burenheide, and Matt Hughes. It is Todd Heyer out of Columbus who's been the main official today, so congrats to them. There he is. There's Todd doing a nice job today. Hasn't been too busy with these all-star players. You wouldn't expect a ton of penalties. There haven't been that many. A big chance for the white team here to try to extend their lead. They're up 7 as we get set to start the second half. Live ball, that'll be out of bounds. Angled nicely, Waldo couldn't keep it in play, so the white team starting with the worst field position of the day all the way back at their own 5-yard line.
That's such a tough decision there. Do you let it go? You always run the risk that it's going to stop down there. Probably should have let that one go. Looked like it was headed for the sidelines, but you know, the white team had to end that half. They had a couple of possessions there in red territory, and the last one deep in red territory. Come away with no points. So I think if you're the white team here, you'd like to put together a drive here and get some points on the board and kind of shake off those last couple possessions where you did not execute.
Dylan Amick back in at quarterback. He hands off. Not much out of the backfield, maybe a yard. 2nd down and 6. Coming up after the carry by Levi Ballen, a leading rusher in the first half, had the rushing touchdown. Weird stat about this game. It's the 9th time this game has been played. No one has ever rushed for more than 1 rushing touchdown in the history of this game.
Wow.
Levi Ballen had 1 in the first half. Now the handoff here, good hole off the right side, backing his way across the 10 down to the 14 is Ashton Schaefer of Boone Central. His first carry. Had 404 yards rushing in the regular season for Boone Central. Solid gain there, sets him up with a 3rd down and about 2 from the 14.
That's a good 2nd down and long carry. And certainly for the red team, you'd like to get a 3 and out here. You had the white team backed up.
Handoff, Bellina trying to stretch to his right, and he is brought down, and it will be a 3 and out. And the red team pumped up about it. You see Colton Fritz of Pierce pumping up the team. He was one of the guys leading the charge. In on the stop as well. Colton Fritz was there, but also looked like number 61, Aaron Venegas of South Sioux City was in on the stop as well. So a 3 and out, and the white team will have to punt.
Yeah, great stop there by the red team.
Well, it's good to see Colton Fritz playing football.
Just going to say that very thing. Yeah, he was, I mean, Pierce was so good, but to lose a guy like Colton Fritz last year, that really, he's such a productive player for the Blue Jays.
Regardless of class, one of the best linebackers in the state of Nebraska, full stop. They had some guys step up and did really well, but he's just such a defensive leader. And it was good to see his career's worth of accomplishments get recognized. He played in the Shrine Bowl last week.
Yep.
He'll be playing at Midland starting next year.
Just going to say Midland, they've got a steal. I think he's going to be a great linebacker at that level. He's going to be he was so productive for Pierce and put up such big numbers. I think Midland's a great spot for him to land in. I think he's going to be an outstanding player there down in Fremont.
Now the red team a chance to tie it again. 1st down Inside give to Jimmy Allen, the Crofton Warrior, across midfield. Down to the 48, gain of about 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Allen at 11 yards on 3 carries in the first half.
I'm kind of flipping the script here with the white and the red. We saw the white the last couple of possessions inside red territory. Now the red team, they get their chance here starting the possession inside white territory.
Tanner Walling in at quarterback once again. Sends Christensen in motion. They'll swing it to Christensen on the quick out. Was able to catch that, kept it off the turf. Able to get out across the 45 to the 43-yard line. Gain of 5, it'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, there again, I think you just see some timing issues. That pass by Walling a little bit low. You know, I think if that ball is caught, if Christensen's able to catch that ball cleanly, he gets a much bigger gain. He had a lot of room to run, but had to go down so low to catch the football.
Walling 5 of 8 through the air for 52 yards. 3rd down and 2. Walling will keep, dives forward, has the first down at about the 39-yard line. That's big Jared Jansen of Crofton helping lead the way on the offensive line. He is a monster. He is enormous down there, blowing up holes for the quarterback to get the first down.
That's the thing that never ceases to amaze me, is the size of some of these guys. I didn't have guys that big when I was in high school.
1st and 10 now from the white 39 on play action. Walling wanted to look over the top. Has to just get rid of it out of the pocket. Giving chase was R.J. Bayer of Howells Dodge, who has been a defensive star in this game so far, led the white team in tackles in the first half.
I like what the red team is doing there with Walling, and roll him out. I think he's productive there when he gets on the edge. Some run-pass option situations. And conversely, though, the white team, when you see Walling, you know, rolling out like that, you send somebody and try to make him get rid of the football quickly. Able to do it there. Good pressure there on that right side for the white team.
2nd down and 10 from the 39. Coontrod to the right of Walling. That's Allen in motion. Walling steps, fires deep, has Pites, got it! Inside the 5, it's 1st and goal. Jake Pites from Hartington, Newcastle. 37 yards and a first down.
Watch the separation here. You got Karsten Bird playing defense, a little bit of a shove there, just a little bit, but Pites, yeah, you got away with it.
Yep.
You know, that's part of the game. You jockey for position. Pites gets that separation, goes up and makes a fantastic catch.
So now 1st and goal for the red team, trying to tie this game up. Coontrod, the single setback. You've got 2 wings. They're going to try to get Walling into the end zone. He's brought down immediately. And it'll be 2nd and goal from the 2. Coontrod almost picked up Walling and tried to carry him into the end zone. I don't know if you can do that.
So if you pick him up and you try to carry him into the end zone and you drop him, is that a fumble?
I don't. The ball carrier becomes the ball in that instance.
Yeah, recovered the quarterback.
And again, if Walling had scored there, he would have been the first player in this game's history to have 2 rushing touchdowns. 2nd and goal from the 2. Now they're going to hand off Evan Heisch, stretching to the right, and as he's done so many times in his high school football career, Evan Heisch has a rushing touchdown.
Yeah, just a stretch play, a simple stretch play to the right side, and Evan Heisch. There's a lot of good players out here. Evan Heisch is one guy I would love to see the red kind of lean on here in the second half. They certainly do that there. Heisch, as you mentioned, he knows how to find the end zone. He's been there several times.
Had 26 rushing touchdowns for the Bears this year, over 1,600 yards on the ground. He gets the rushing touchdown there. And now Munoz, the most valuable teammate, on for the extra point. I'll tell you what, when you make extra points, you're pretty valuable as a player as well. Tie ball game on the Faith Regional Physician Services scoreboard. It is 14-all. This is the Northeast Nebraska All-Star Football Classic on NCN.
At Norfolk Auto Center, they work hard to give their customers the best value around. Plus, they offer a 5-day money-back guarantee on every new vehicle and a 30-day exchange period on any pre-owned vehicle over $5,000, so you can buy with confidence. Call or stop in today. They're conveniently located at 1123 South 20th Street in Norfolk, or shop them online at norfolkchevy.com. Norfolk Auto Center, Northeast Nebraska's volume leader.
Northeast Nebraska All-Star Football Classic presented by Faith Regional Health Services. When you suffer an orthopedic injury, look to your orthopedic experts in Norfolk at Faith Regional Physician Services, specially trained in hand and arm, foot and ankle, and general orthopedics. Their physicians are passionate about providing their patients with the best possible care. Alongside Lou Siefker, Kalen Devitt on the sideline, I'm Eric McKay. Evan Heisch, 2-yard touchdown run. Ties this game at 14. And now Heisch will kick it away.
These high school guys here, they're at the stage now where you're thinking about what you're going to do with the rest of your life, you know. And some of them have the opportunity to go play college football, which is fun, but such a great time of life to be at, I think.
Absolutely. And you know, one of my favorite parts of covering this and in getting to, cover some of the practices over the years, you have these players that, they're like, oh, I spent so much time hating these guys. Turns out they're pretty good guys.
Yeah.
Like, I had no idea.
Yeah. Well, that is the cool thing about games like this, is you get to interact with these guys you've competed against. And you get to find out that most of these guys are pretty quality guys. And I've known some of these guys that have met, and are still friends years later at some of these All-Star games.
Amick playing in traffic, incomplete. One of two intended receivers in the area. Ashton Schaefer and Jackson Waldo were both there. Neither of them get it. It's 2nd and 10.
You get to this stage and you're trying to figure out what you want to do with the rest of your life. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do.
Yeah, that's my advice. You're never going to figure it out. If Lou and I are any indication. 2nd down and 10, Amick out of the pistol. This time keeps it on the ground. Good bounce to the outside. Stretched out, good play defensively. Caleb Trimble making the stop on Cody Miracle, who had a rushing touchdown earlier. It'll be 3rd down and 8.
We certainly like to thank the meteorologists around here. This cloud cover has been very nice.
That has helped a lot. Were the sun out right now, it would be almost unbearable. Again, the high is going to be close to 90 today. Even hotter tomorrow. And the weird thing about it is they didn't get a chance to get used to this heat. It was kind of hot yesterday. It was cool and rainy really all week. So this heat affecting everybody as Beckendahl comes back for the pass. Did catch it. Nice job to lay out for it. Amick's pass caught. Minimal gain down to about the 33-yard line. So it does not get the 1st down. 4th down upcoming.
I know coaches, during the season, they like to have it hot as you get into the first few, the practices and stuff, so you condition. It helps your conditioning. I don't know how that works with 1 week.
Yeah.
But you're right. A couple of days ago, it was very fall-like. Now we're entering summer.
Amick, the keeper, on 4th and short. 1st down and more. Stretches out across the 40. Gets about 7 and will move the sticks for the white team. They keep the drive going, trying to regain the lead.
You go for it at 4th and 1 at your own 34-yard line in a tie game, right? Oh, I love All-Star games.
You don't see that often. Yeah, I doubt Andrew Carlson will be doing that with Battle Creek's quarterback come October.
Probably not.
Up the middle there, good for about 2-3 yards. Cody Miracle hit hard. Boy, Charlie Schrader's played himself a ball game. Why not Blue Devil in on another tackle? It'll be 2nd and 7.
Yeah, Schrader's an outstanding player. He is really, you find out who kind of separates themselves. I always say you got a whole bunch of alpha dogs out here. Who's going to rise to the occasion? And Schrader is one of them that's really done it here this afternoon.
Amick looking for room, not finding any. That second line of defense from the red team, Strand Sage. A tackling machine finds another one. That's a loss of a yard. It'll be 3rd and 8 upcoming.
Hey, let's Sage at 175. That doesn't look right.
He's a little bigger. Tall, too.
Yeah.
Taller than you're used to seeing out of a linebacker.
Of course, guys, at this age that are, there's no fat on these guys like me, they're...
Yeah, they're going to finish this game and, eat a whole large pizza and be fine.
Right.
If I did that, I'd be out for the next 4 days. Amick, swing pass, Buckendahl, makes the defender miss and has the first down. Baron Buckendahl, such a dangerous open field receiver, gets 13 and a first down for the white team.
I tell you what, Keaton Ranslam is a really good defensive player, and he just put a move on Ranslam and to get around him. That was a great play to pick up that first down.
See it again here. Yeah, Ranslam had no chance. Lutheran High Northeast playing in the 8-man All-Star game next week. 1st and 10 in red territory now at the 44. Amick, hands off, Miracle. Breaks a tackle in the backfield, breaks another, going to get a gain out of this. Good, strong running by the Boone Central Cardinal, Cody Miracle. Out to the 40-yard line, we got a player down on the white roster. Miracle gets 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6. The Faith Regional training staff out to check on the downed player for the white team.
Well, the good thing is we've gone almost 3 quarters without anything like this. That's certainly the downside of any football game, but certainly an all-star game is the one thing you don't want to come out of this is with some sort of injury.
We'll take a break, check on the injury. You're watching the Northeast Nebraska All-Star Football Classic on NCN.
At Elkhorn Valley Bank, we believe in local. It's something we live by. It's something we're proud of. It's helping our neighbors grow like they've helped us. Supporting families, investing in lives, and creating prosperity. Local means making decisions that grow and improve surrounding communities we call home. Investing in our nonprofits and giving back. Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust, great for you, great for your community.
Let your next adventure take flight in Sarpy County, Nebraska for some high-flying fun. Legendary family adventures. Out-of-this-world shopping. Star-studded evenings. And award-winning experiences. Our flights are never canceled. Stay, play, and plan your getaway at GoSarpy.com.
Searching for a new to you car, truck, or SUV? Shop Woodhouse first. Over 1,000 pre-owned vehicles, all makes, all models, in stock and on the lot. Plus, confidence comes standard when you purchase a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV from Woodhouse. With our multi-point inspection, transparent pricing, available add-on warranties, and financing options, purchasing a pre-owned vehicle has never been simpler. Experience the difference and drive away confident and road-ready in your new vehicle from Woodhouse.
We say that we are a community bank, and we truly are. We started as a single bank in Pilgrim, Nebraska, and now we've grown into 9 different...
I was kind of over the COVID, but I had repercussions from it. They examined you and then come up with a plan, and that involved first speech therapy, and then they had occupational therapy, but the big thing there is physical therapy. The level of cure, the expertise, the sense of commitment, they earned my undying admiration, I'll tell you. When I needed rehabilitation therapy, I had faith.
We say that we are a community bank, and we truly are. We started as a single bank in Pilgrim, Nebraska, and now we've grown into 9 different locations with 10 different branches. But we've kept that community feel, that at-home feel when customers walk in the door. We want them to have a great experience so that as their family continues to grow and goes on to generation, they're coming back to Midwest Bank where mom and dad or grandma and grandpa started their first checking account or got their first loan, because that's the Midwest Bank way.
Shop Easy south of Yankton on Highway 81 is about convenience, but also about making people smile with their bait, fishing tackle, and creating memories on a fun fishing trip. It is the place to start or end your day. With convenience at the pump, hot and cold foods, plenty of parking, and a place to sit and relax with friends, the staff invite you in to just shop easy. Owned and operated by the Santee Sioux Nation.
Well, this is not what you want in an all-star game. It's not what you want ever. We got a player down. It is Case Thompson of Battle Creek, one of the team captains on the white team, played in the Shrine Bowl last week. He's got Midland football in his future. He is down, and they have brought the cart out and the backboard to get this young man stabilized and off the field. We won't show you the replay. There was a helmet-to-helmet contact that caused this injury and knocked him down. And now we got thankfully, we've got Faith Regional staff here, some of the best in the state, in the Midwest, that are out there to help stabilize this young man, and you just hope that he's going to be okay.
The thing to remember is a lot of times, especially if a young man, and I think he lost consciousness in that contact, a lot of it is preventative to make sure that nothing happens. You stabilize the neck and the head, and you get him off and you evaluate. Certainly not a good scene, but we also, we're certainly hoping that this is all precautionary and that this young man will be just fine. But that, anytime you collide heads like that, you could have all sorts of things happen, from you getting knocked out to some sort of injury. But again, let's just hope that this is all precautionary and that this young man will be just fine.
Again, it's Case Thompson of Battle Creek who is down. Phenomenal young man, great multi-sport athlete, very good defensive lineman for Battle Creek, playing on the offensive side of things here. They got the young man's jersey off. They're going to get him stabilized on this board and out to Faith Regional Health Services Hospital here in Norfolk, and get this young man the treatment that he needs. He went down immediately, and there was not a lot of movement. So they did a great job getting the training staff out there as soon as they could, making sure they've got the training staff on hand to get him taken care of, and to still have enough training staff on hand to continue this game and to get back to playing it once they're able to get him out and to safety.
Well, and as you mentioned, Eric, you've got a great staff out here, and that's one of the real improvements over the years in the game of football, is the way you treat players, and you treat players at the time of an injury. And like I said before, a lot of it is all about preventing anything from being worse than it is, and securing his neck and his head, just so you don't have anything worse happen. But the fact that you've got real qualified people out here attending to this young man as quickly as they did, that's one of the positives, and certainly reasons for hope for Case Thompson to be just fine.
And these are training staff that are familiar with these players. Faith Regional Physician Services has trainers on the sidelines at many games around Northeast Nebraska. They know these players. A lot of them utilize Faith Regional Services after the game for physical therapy, for recovery from injuries. This game is, in fact, this game continuing is one of the reasons that Faith Regional has been able to improve their services, their already great services, getting them to where they are now. This game is a fundraiser for Faith Regional and their physical therapy to continue to improve that and continue to provide service not just to athletes in Norfolk, but all over Northeast Nebraska. Again, this is Case Thompson of Battle Creek, who is down, injured on a play. It appeared helmet-to-helmet contact knocked him backwards to the turf. He is being stabilized, will be loaded on the cart and taken to Faith Regional Hospital in Norfolk. We hope and pray that this young man, forget football, just hope that he is okay. Lou, you and I have done enough games over the year where we've seen young men who have not ended up okay. We've seen, unfortunately, it's the nature of this game. Thankfully not in this game to this point, but it is a nature of this sport that sometimes you see this. Of course, think about what happened in Pierce years ago. You see this every so often, and it can be, it's a frightening aspect to this game. And like you said, it's just a good thing that we've got, the staff trained to the point they are, to where I feel like now kids are being taken care of on the football field a lot better than they ever have been.
Absolutely. And again, the good thing is most of the time, these young men are eventually okay. And we'll, as you said, we'll certainly pray for Case Thompson and his recovery. And, you know, moving forward, you just hope that this is just a small, you know, bump in the road, I guess, as it were. Let's see, Case was scheduled, is due to be going to college, and I lost
to Midland. He's going to be a Midland Warrior.
Going to study physical education.
Well, the players are up, and now, you know, you've got this, and now you've got the awkward business of getting back to football.
Yeah.
It's going to take a little while, probably, for this game to kind of get back up to speed as you see Case Thompson being taken away. We hope that young man is okay. He will certainly be in our thoughts and prayers this evening as they will get him to the hospital here in Norfolk and get him taken care of. So now we've got 3:36 to go in the third quarter. We got to play on. The team's kind of meeting at midfield, sort of talking this over. Look, this is one thing about this game. Everybody who's on this field is a leader on their respective teams. So, you know, they're going to kind of get together and figure this thing out, get back to competition. And
yeah, that's tough when something like that happens.
Yeah.
It's tough to get back to thinking about football. I mean, because, you know, certainly this is a game. It's a great game. It's a fun game. But, you know, it's in the grand scheme of things, not all that important, you know, as we make it to be. But we'll see if these players can kind of put this behind them and finish this game out.
3:36 to go in the third. It's 2nd down and 6. White team with the ball, tie football game. So it will be one of Thompson's teammates, Dylan Amick, in at quarterback. You've got Buckendall split to the left, along with Braden Waldo of Plainview. Carson Thompson of Oakland Craig split to the right. 2nd down and 6. Amick firing deep, looking for Buckendall. Well covered, incomplete. Buckendall covered by Bartos. Those two very familiar with one another. Battle Creek and Wayne, rivals on the gridiron this year. It'll be 3rd down and 6 after that incompletion.
Good coverage by Bartos that time. Had Buckendall the whole way. Amick, a bit of a pump fake there. Ball thrown a little bit short. And that's the incompletion. Again, good coverage there by Bartos.
So 3rd down and 6. White team, despite their success, it's really all been on the ground. Combined quarterbacks for the white team, 3 of 10 for just 31 yards as we've got motion before the snap, or something before the snap. Officials are going to talk it over. The white team seems to think this might be 3rd and 1 instead of 3rd and 6. It is indeed an offside against the red team, so that's a big break for the white team. Sets them up 3rd and 1.
Such a difference those 5 yards make. Now, not only does it open that, make it much more makeable, but it opens up your offense a little bit of what you can run here.
Low snap, handled by Amick, gets the handoff to Miracle, who stretches forward for just enough for 1st down yardage for the white team. Cody Miracle, a 1-yard gain. Colton Fritz on the stop, but not before the white team moves the sticks.
Just got enough there for the 1st down. The white team had been, throughout this game, they've seemed to be the more productive offense. Just haven't translated into points all that many times. And again, at the end of the half there, the red team, great job to turn them away a couple of times.
So 1st and 10 now from the 34. Miracle, 59 yards on the ground with a rushing touchdown. Amick pressured, in trouble, and brought down. Is that Schrader again? That's sack number 3 for the Wynot Blue Devil. Amick brought down back at the 41-yard line, loss of 7.
It has been an absolute terror out there, has Schrader.
Angling for one of the 4 players of the game. They have offensive and defensive MVPs for both teams. We'll be talking to all 4 of those athletes following the conclusion of this one. 2nd and 17 after the Schrader sack. And now we've got another flag. Got somebody lined up incorrectly, this time on the offensive side. So 2nd and 17 becomes 2nd and 22.
Takes it back another 5 yards.
You're starting to see some penalties kind of rearing their ugly head. Going back to Schrader, though, I guess if you get 3 sacks in the first 3 quarters, that puts you in the conversation for player of the game.
I got to believe he's at the top of the list, among the front runners. 2nd and long. They'll stay on the ground. Miracle looking for some room, able to knife his way between defenders, still on his feet across the 40. To the 37-yard line, that's a solid 9-yard gain. Makes it 3rd and a little bit more manageable. 3rd and about 13 coming up.
Obviously for the white team now, you don't necessarily...
3rd and 13.
We'll see what they do, but you could try to get some of this and set yourself up for a makeable 4th down situation.
They've got Buckendahl split to the left. See what the call is from Coach Kyle Schmidt. It's interesting. He's got a lot of head coaches assisting him. Greg Wemhoff, Elgin Public Pope John, Chris Kuzer in Norfolk. One of his assistants is Andrew Carlson at Battle Creek. Is Miracle brought down to the backfield. That's a great play by Keyshawn Taylor of South Sioux City. And it'll be 4th and long for the white team. But Andrew Carlson, Kyle Schmidt was Andrew Carlson's defensive coordinator for a long time, so now he's got Andrew Carlson as one of his assistants here in this All-Star game.
It's a familiar coaching staff. Taylor with just a great individual play there. Not going to be denied on that. May gets the stop. That looks like white team's going to punt, but you never know, I guess.
At the 38-yard line, Berger set up to punt. Miracle is the up back. It will be a punt. Just try to pin the red team deep. Too much air under it, though. This one doesn't go very far at all. Takes a white roll, but out of bounds at the 28-yard line. That's a 10-yard punt, no return. Huge break for the red team, as now they'll try to take the lead for the first time today.
I think the idea there was to try to coffin corner that, try to get it inside the 10, but yeah, he kicked that one, got way underneath it, and basically popped it up. And so yeah, you don't get much field position out of that, unfortunately, for the white team.
Correction, an 11-yard punt. They mark it at the 27-yard line. 1st and 10, red team. Walling back in at quarterback. We've not seen Tate Taney at quarterback yet in the second half. Christensen in motion. They fake to him. It's going to be Walling on the keeper. Gets a couple. Will Gunning of Plainview jumps up to make the stop, playing for his head coach, Kyle Schmidt. One of those assistants on the white team, Greg Wemhoff, now the head coach at Elgin Public Pope John. He, too, a longtime coach at Battle Creek. All kinds of Battle Creek ties on that white coaching staff.
It's funny how that kind of things tie in like that.
Tanner Walling, 7 carries, 32 yards on the ground for the Wayne quarterback. He has a rushing touchdown today. This time wants to go to the air, but is backpedaling. Cam DeSotko giving chase, and Tanner Walling does the smart thing and ends this play as soon as possible.
Yeah, I tell you what, we talked about how good of an athlete Walling is. He's also a very intelligent young man.
Well, we've played 3, and we got a tie game. This is a good one. 4th quarter coming up next. It's the Northeast Nebraska All-Star Football Classic on NCN.
I became a doctor kind of by happenstance, I should say. My wife would tell me when she met me when I was younger that I always wanted to be an astronaut, and somehow that turned into medicine. So when I was in undergrad, I had taken some anatomy and physiology classes, and it just blew my mind, and I wanted to know more and more and more, and so that just naturally directed me towards medicine. But when it comes to hip and knee specifically, there really isn't anything that can't be done at Faith that can be done just about anywhere else. We do everything here from hip replacements to hip arthroscopy, which is another specialty training that I have. Working with the collaborative effort with everybody at Faith is another thing that you need to have that availability to provide top-level care. And we have all those specialties here, and all that is available to every patient, which again reflects back on patient care.
Heading to the 4th quarter, tied at 14 with Northeast Nebraska All-Star Football Classic alongside Lou Siefker. I'm Eric McKay. Red team trying to take the lead. Tie football game, 14 all. Big third down here upcoming for the Red. 3rd and 9 from the 28. Walling gets it away. Christensen got a step, got the pass, and he's gone. Christensen breaks the tackle. No one's going to stop him. Touchdown, Red. 72 yards, a picture-perfect pass from Tanner Walling to Matt Christensen.
Yeah, what a great play. What a great catch by Christensen. That was a Willie Mays catch. That's over the shoulder. And he had a guy on him as well. That was a fantastic catch. And Walling put it up there where you want to give your receiver a chance to catch the ball. He does a nice job to loft it over the defense. And Christensen makes it, that's a much more difficult catch than you would expect. He does a great job to haul that in, and the rest is history. Big touchdown there for the Red team.
So a 72-yard pitch and catch from Walling to Christensen. And Munoz's kick up. He's 3 for 3 today. And on the Faith Regional Physician Services scoreboard, the Red team trying to break the streak. They're up 7. It's the Northeast Nebraska All-Star Football Classic on NCN.
We say that we are a community bank, and we truly are. We started as a single bank in Pilgrim, Nebraska, and now we've grown into 9 different locations with 10 different branches. But we've kept that community feel, that at-home feel when customers walk in the door. We want them to have a great experience so that as their family continues to grow and goes on to generation, they're coming back to Midwest Bank where mom and dad or grandma and grandpa started their first checking account or got their first loan, because that's the Midwest Bank way.
Searching for your next vehicle? Shop Woodhouse first. Over 1,000 pre-owned vehicles in stock and on our lots, with new trades arriving daily that you can explore on woodhouse.com. Plus, confidence comes standard when you purchase a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV from Woodhouse. With our multi-point inspection, transparent pricing, available add-on warranties, and financing options, purchasing a pre-owned vehicle has never been simpler. Experience the difference and drive away today confident and road ready in your new vehicle from Woodhouse.
Red team with the lead for the first time. White team receiving the kick. Here's Berger from the 10. Northeast Nebraska All-Star Football Classic alongside Lou Siefker, Kalen Devitt on the sideline. I'm Eric McKay. White team 1st and 10 from the 32, and now playing from behind for the first time today, Lou.
Yeah, it looked like much of that first half, I thought the white team was the better team and kind of squandered some opportunities. But here in the second half, it's kind of been the red team's ball game. We'll see if the white team can put it together. That one drive they had was 4 plays from, I think it started right about where they're at now. And we'll see if they can get that mojo working here again.
Kruzmark now in at quarterback for the white team. Berger in motion. Kruzmark swings near side. Ball was tipped. Thompson still able to handle it. Great move in the open field. And the Oakland Craig wideout gets into red territory down to the 42. That's a gain of 26. Carson Thompson, one of the best receivers in the state, once had 225 yards in one game for Oakland Craig. That was a school record. He gets 26 there.
Screenplay was set up perfectly, and it was blocked really well up there at the point of attack. And that was a well-executed play there by the white team.
Kruzmark now in trouble, trying to dance his way out of it. Still on his feet, Kruzmark off and running, able to make a gain out of it. Great play, slippery run by Parker Kruzmark. Give him a couple, it'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he scrambled that touchdown drive the White had in the first half. Really got that thing going, and you see he's got some magic in those feet. Able to make a play there and pick up a nice, I guess it's a 2-yard gain, but it could have been a loss. He did a good job to keep that play going. That's where I think Kruzmark does his best. Again, a lot of these guys are that way, very good mobile quarterbacks.
Berger in motion again. Kruzmark looking to the air, looking deep over the middle, has Thompson. It's caught inside the 15. Carson Thompson down to the 13, a gain of 27, and the Oakland Craig wideout getting a chance to shine.
Yeah, got some good protection that time to Kruzmark. Threw a nice pass. And that's going to be true of most of these quarterbacks today, or probably all of these quarterbacks today. If you give them some time back there, let them find those open receivers, they're going to find them.
So now 1st and 10 from the 13. Last time the Reds scored a touchdown, the White answered quickly. They're trying to do so again. And we've got a stoppage flag before the play. Another procedure penalty against the White team, moving them back. White team has won this game 5 times all time, including all 5 of those have come in the last 6 years. Or last 6 times they've played this game, I should say. Red won the first 2. And since then, the White has exercised dominance over this All-Star game, trying to do so again. But they got to come from behind to do it. 1st and 15 from the 18. Cruzmark times it to Thompson again. Thompson just has that wide-out look about him, doesn't he?
He really does. He runs good routes. He's got great footwork, and as is very important for a receiver, he's got nice hands. He catches that ball very softly, and is able to do something with it after the catch.
His 3rd reception. All 3 have come on this drive for 56 yards. 2nd and, it's 7. Cruzmark swings it out to Berger. His 1st reception. Whirls his way past a defender. Close to 1st down yardage. They'll mark him out at the 6. That's a gain of about 5. It'll be 3rd down.
Brought down by number 26, Brandon Bartos of Wayne.
I've got a decent gain there. Now it sets up, again, I think you're thinking at 3rd down and 3, you got to be thinking a couple of downs here. I'm sure they'll probably go for it if they don't get it here on 3rd down.
3rd down and 3 from the 6. Impressive drive here by the White team after the Red touchdown. Berger in motion again. This time Cruzmark will keep it up the middle, and he's in. Touchdown, White team. Parker Cruzmark from 6 yards out, his 1st rushing touchdown today. And the White team an extra point away from tying it up.
Well, maybe a little oversimplification, but it seems like when Cruzmark is on, this White offense is really good. And Cruzmark had a nice possession there, running and throwing the football.
So now Berger come back on for another extra point. He's 2 for 2 so far today. Buckendahl will hold. Good snap, kick is up. And it is good. On the Faith Regional Physician Services scoreboard, all 3 of the White team's touchdowns have come on the ground. The latest from Parker Cruzmark. We're tied at 21. It's the Northeast Nebraska All-Star Football Classic on NCN.
I chose orthopedics because growing up, I was involved with sports heavily, and then going through medicine, I wanted to bring one of my passions into my career as well, and I found that with orthopedics. When I came here, I was pleasantly surprised by how big the medical community was in terms of all services, but especially our orthopedic line, which is associated with foot and ankle, hand, wrist, elbow clinic as well. So we have a lot of providers and are able to pretty much cover any of the needs associated with orthopedics. It's very rewarding having them come in, describe the situations that they can't do, and then actually see them out in the community doing those things. And, coming up to the patient and be like, hey, how are you doing? Good to see you're doing, fishing or hunting or whatever it may be.
Got a good one here in Norfolk, tied at 21 at the Northeast Nebraska All-Star Football Classic. Logan Bowkemper of Wakefield returns out to the 28-yard line where the red team will be set up 1st down and 10. Good offensive drive last time they had it. Now they'll try to do the same and regain the lead.
Yeah, got some offense clicking on both sides of the ball right now.
Trying to remember, I don't believe this game has ever gone to overtime.
I don't believe so.
There have been a lot of one-score games, but it's never gone extras. Did I just jinx it? On a hot day in June, play some extra football. I'm sure the players wouldn't mind. 1st down and 10 here for the red team from the 29.
probably never gone multiple overtimes either.
No, it hasn't. Okay. There was, what was it, that Illinois game went 9 overtimes?
Yeah.
I hope we don't go to a 2-point conversion contest. That was odd. Handoff here to the outside for the red team. Maybe a yard for Brody Eggers, the Creighton Bulldog, getting his first carry. Future Mount Marty Lancer gets a yard.
A lot of great places around the state to extend your career, and not only extend your football career, but get a really good education. A lot of good schools in the state.
Absolutely. A lot of the colleges that these players are going to, Midland by far getting the most players from this game. There's motion all over the place. I think that's going to be on the red team. It is indeed a false start against the red team. Well, it's not just all-star football teams. We've got all-star cheerleading crews as well. With more on that, here's Kaylin Devin.
Okay.
Yeah, I did it last year.
Back on the sidelines for News Channel Nebraska in this wonderful all-star game, tied up at 21 right now. Kaylin Devin here with Katie. Katie, how are we doing?
We're doing good. It's pretty hot out today.
It's hot, and you're wearing shorts and a t-shirt, so I'm a little, have you beat maybe a little bit?
Yeah,
okay.
we've got a lot of water though, so we're staying hydrated. Got sunscreen on, so.
That's all that matters. All right, Katie, you're in cheerleading. You got your squad behind you. Listen to that. So how's this experience been for you so far?
It's been great. I just wanted to come cheer with my Pierce girls one last time. I'll be cheering for Doane University in the fall, so I just wanted to have one last go around with them before I go do college cheer.
Right, and it's been a little bit since you've been doing some cheering. So how has it been to take that break, but come on back to the field for one more time to see your old high school cheermates?
Honestly, it's been great. It's so like great to just redo all the cheers and like remember everything before I learn a whole new set of cheers and move on to the next thing. So yeah. Yeah,
college cheering is that's no small feat. So that's pretty cool. Do you have a team you're rooting for in this fight? Are you cheering for the red or the white or anything else?
Our Pierce boys are on the red team. We've got Michael Kuhntrad, Colton Fritz, and Matt Christensen today. So
awesome. So some great teammates right here. We got a big play behind us, so we'll send it back up to the booth. But thank you, Katie, and let's enjoy some more football.
I don't know what it is about Kaylin Devin interviews, but every time we go to one, big plays happen. That time, Falling finds Jake Pites. That's a big gain of 41 and a first down for the Red.
Yeah, that was a great play. Got behind the defense there. That's the first real kind of trickeration sort of play that we've seen, and it worked perfectly. Now the red team has a chance here as we're ticking away here into the middle of the fourth quarter. Got a chance to take the lead.
So 1st and 10 now from the 25-yard line. Walling will hand off to Kuhntrad, one of those Pierce Blue Jays that Katie says she's rooting for. It's about a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Kuhntrad's 4th carry today. 4 yards total.
I'm going to say, go ahead and say here, we're under 7 minutes. We're going to see some more of those trickerations here before this game is over.
Now this is the game where you pull stuff out of the back pocket and see what you can come up with. 2nd down and 9 from the 24-yard line. Walling, he's been very good today, running and passing. This time inside give to Allen. Bounces off defenders inside the 20, close to 1st down yardage. It'll be 3rd and short after Jimmy Allen's gain of 8.
Well, Allen got hit near the line of scrimmage, was able to bounce off of that tackler and pick up a nice gain here. Very makeable 3rd down situation thanks to that run.
Coming up on the halfway mark, 4th quarter, 3rd and short here for the red team, trying to regain the lead. Game that started out kind of low scoring, but the offenses have come alive here in the 4th quarter. 3rd and 1. Kuhntrad, the halfback, 2 wings as well. It's just Walling trying to get it himself and does. Squirts forward across the 15 to the 13-yard line. It appears more than enough for a red team 1st down.
I think you see the more conservative side there of that call. You know, you got a chance here maybe to you know, depending on the time situation, put yourself in a chance maybe to win the ball game. So you just pick up the 1st down. You don't take any chances. Sometimes on those 3rd and shorts, especially in this field position, you can run a play like that, like a trickeration sort of play, but just pick up the first down and get that, keeps this drive moving.
1st and 10 from the 13. Christensen in motion. Instead, it's Allen on the misdirection play. White team ready for it. Swallowed up and brought down to the backfield. Rich Brower of Battle Creek finishes off the play. Had 50 tackles for Coach Carlson. Battle Creek Braves this year. What a run they went on. Lost in the Class C1 semis, the 6th time that Andrew Carlson has taken a team to the C1 semis or C2 semis, has yet to break through. You talk about one of the best coaches in the state of Nebraska, 82-30 in 10 years as head coach at Battle Creek. And that's with a 3-6 season his first year.
Right, and you know, you don't get that far without being good. I mean, yeah, it's been tough to kick that door in and get past that, but obviously Coach Carlson's program is doing very, very well right now.
Red team calls timeout. We'll take one as well. We're getting to crunch time, tie game. It's the Northeast Nebraska All-Star Football Classic on NCN.
When you want to wear your pride on your sleeve, true Nebraskans turn to NebraskaScreenPrinting.com for the latest screen printing and embroidery design. View hundreds of designs or upload your own for any school activity, sport, booster club, or business. We can do it all in whatever color your pride comes in. Get your group order in for your event or team at NebraskaScreenPrinting.com today for a fast and convenient turnaround. We're custom sports screen printing and embroidery at NebraskaScreenPrinting.com. Proud to be Nebraskan.
At Othniel Miller Pape Eye Care, our focus is always on you. As a leading provider of optometry with advanced diagnostics and equipment, we can ensure your eye health is our top priority. A quick glance at our frame area will show you can have style as well as function with plenty of frames to choose from. Our mission is to educate patients, provide cutting-edge technology, and exceptional service with personalized care. Come to Othniel Miller Pape Eye Care to clearly see the difference. Why? Because your eyes deserve it.
It's been a while since the red team can say they've been the winners of this game, but they've got a chance to at least take the lead here alongside Lou Siefker, Kalen Devitt on the sideline. I'm Eric McKay. Tie game, but the red team knocking on the door of the end zone. They've got a 2nd down and 11 from the 14-yard line. Walling on play action. Lobs one out to Christensen. Can't turn up field though. Minimal gain. It'll be 3rd down and 10. Got maybe a yard before he was pushed out of bounds.
The red team in the I formation on that play. I think I like the idea of giving Tanner Walling that option to run or pass. And the other thing to think about here, Eric, is the red team, they've got Munoz. He's a good kicker. They have a chance. I mean, if you're playing to take the lead, you might think about giving Munoz a straight shot here at a field goal.
Absolutely. 3rd down and 10 from the 13. Allen in motion. He'll be a blocker for an option play. Walling going to keep it inside the 5. Didn't get there. Big hit right at the sticks by Grady Gatewood of Oakland Craig that kept him short. It'll be 4th and a yard. Well, what do you do here if you're red team coach Troy Evans?
Yeah, that's a good question. We just mentioned you got a good kicker over here in Munoz that could make a chip shot like this. But you're also 1 yard away. I think if you're the red team, you'd love to have a touchdown just to force the white team to score a touchdown, kick an extra point to tie or beat you. So it looks like the red team is going to go for it here.
That they are. Coach Troy Evans electing to go for it here. Got a lot of experience on his staff as well. Cody Volk of Pender, an assistant. Alan Gatula of Laurel Concord Coleridge, an assistant. Oh, I don't know. I don't think he got there. How about Spencer Batenhorst of Wisner Pilger standing up Tanner Walling and getting the stop?
Yeah, the red team's walking off. They're going to measure this at all, or from where they spotted the ball, it looks fairly close.
They've already said
they've already
down.
said it's the other team's ball.
They needed the 3 yard line. They mark it at the 4. Wow, what a play there by Batenhorst and Gus Gomez of BRLD, who has been all over this game defensively. Gomez, one of the leading tacklers of this game. Huge stop there, and now the white team with a chance to take the lead late in the fourth.
The white team with a long way to go here, 96 yards to the end zone. But again, you only need 3 here. We'll see what the white team's able to do here deep in their own end, by their own end zone.
They go with the option. Ballen is stuck hard. Guess who? Colton Fritz lowering the boom. Gain of about 2, maybe 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Always a little risky to run those option plays there by your end zone.
Ballen had a touchdown run earlier, 12 carries, 59 yards for him. 2nd down and 7. White team.
Not in a hurry right now.
They want to make this the last drive, you can tell. And now we've got movement. Everybody's pointing at everybody. See, that's when you know you're in midseason form, when you know to start pointing at the other team when the whistle blows.
I think you're going to have a legal procedure on the white here.
Oh, they give it to the red team. That's encroachment. That's big. 2nd and 7 now becomes 2nd and 2. As you see Coach Kyle Schmidt of Plainview, an assistant for Andrew Carlson. He was defensive coordinator on a lot of those semifinal teams, was part of that run where they made it 5 straight years.
Definitely had movement on the white offensive line, but apparently they're saying they were drawn off by the movement across the line from the red defensive line.
Now the white wants to talk things over. We'll take a timeout as well. Don't go anywhere. This is a good one. Tied at 21 late 4th quarter on NCN.
So orthopedics for me is just being able to restore people back to a quality of life that they aren't used to. It's see problem, fix problems. I grew up on a farm, which was a very visual type thing. You see a problem and you take care of it, and then you move on to the next problem once people are fully back and healed. I did play sports in high school, recreational in college. What it means is that I understand the motivation for younger athletes or older athletes even to want to get back to being able to participate in their sport at the level they were at prior to any injury they sustained. Obviously in orthopedics, technology drives a lot of what we do, and with being able to bring in new technology to help patients recover faster, it's been quite exciting. I think it's going to continue to evolve for the next 5, 10, 20 years.
Second down and 2 for the white team coming out of the timeout. It's cruise mark on the keeper. Able to angle his way for 1st down yardage. Wrapped up by Aaron Venegas of South Sioux City, but not before he moves the sticks out to the 19-yard line, gain of 7. Cruise mark's done a nice job. Had a rushing touchdown earlier. That's his 6th carry, now 33 yards. Done well passing as well. Completed the last 4 passes for the white team.
It seems like when he's been on, this offense has really been good.
Going to try for 5 in a row. Overshot his man. That was well covered deep. Looking for Tony Berger. That was Evan Heisch with him step for step. That's a linebacker out there in coverage. Doing a nice job. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Heisch was those big shoulder pads. It looks like he might be a slow guy, but that's a guy, good luck trying to run away from him. He's just a really good athlete.
He'll be in the 8-man All-Star game next week.
Oh, nothing wrong with taking a shot deep, trying to make a big play there on 1st down.
Now 2nd and 10. Thompson is split wide to the right. Waldo in the slot. You've got Buckendahl split to the top of the screen, rather to the right of your screen. Swing pass, Waldo. Try to use his speed. Slipped as he made his cut. Got to the 25, end of about 6. It'll be 3rd down and 4. Waldo's first reception today.
Well, both teams still have 2 timeouts. We'll see what happens on this play. This is kind of a big play here. If the red team is able to stop them, I think you think about, depending on what happens on the play, is perhaps using a timeout, because you should get good field position.
White team keeps it on the ground. Berger breaks through. 1st down and more. Out across the 35. A flag is down, though, behind the play, and that usually means bad news for the offense.
Well, Berger got right through the hole very quickly. I wonder if they're going to call a hold here. Now it's going to...
White team's clapping. Apparently they think it's against the red team.
Face
Gain of
mask.
14.
Personal foul face mask
And
here.
another 15 yards after the face mask.
One play, you go, if you're the red team, you're thinking about what you get in good field position if you can stop them. Now, after a nice run by Berger and then a personal foul penalty, you go from thinking about getting the ball in good field position to the white team instead having great field position in your territory.
1st and 10 at the red 46 after that face mask. The white team looking to open things up a little bit now. Kruzmark out of the pistol with 3 split wide. Gives to Thompson, can't haul it in, little tall. And if it's too tall for Carson Thompson, it's too tall for just about anybody. 2nd and 10.
Well, I was just going to say the fact that very few guys make it that close to a catch.
No.
Thompson went up and almost got that one.
675 yards on 37 receptions for Oakland Craig this year, 5 touchdown receptions. Oakland Craig 5-5 this year, lost in the first round of the playoffs. Kruzmark escapes trouble again. Breaks tackles in the backfield, makes a gain out of it. He's unsackable. Parker Kruzmark out across the 45, gets a gain of 2. It'll be 3rd and 8.
Yeah, made something happen. Did not lose yardage. That's important here. You don't want to be going backwards. End of the play there, Caleb Trimble of the red team makes the tackle to not allow Kruzmark to pick up more yards on that run.
There you see him breaking the tackles into the open field. Nice open field play by Trimble. 3rd down and 8. Kruzmark with time. Well covered though. Now Kruzmark breaks away again. Kruzmark. This time the cavalry comes though and brings him down. Sacked in the backfield at midfield. Play was finished off by Keaton Ranslam of Lutheran High Northeast. Charlie Schrader almost had his 4th sack.
I was just going to say that was almost sack number 4. The fact that Kruzmark got away from Schrader, I'll give him extra credit for that alone. That's ticking away here, under 50 seconds to go. I think we might be thinking overtime here.
Might be. White team looks like they're going to, well, what are they going to do here? They're going to let the clock run down, call a timeout, and talk this one over, I think. We'll take a timeout as well. 36 seconds to go, a tie game. You're watching the Northeast Nebraska All-Star Football Classic on NCN.
Whether you play on a field or play on a court or are running to greatness, during the game and after the game, during the wins and during the losses, Agri City Insurance has you covered. Here to help you insure what matters most. Agri City Insurance.
You're ready to build or buy the house of your dreams. All you need now is a trusted partner. That is us. We are here to help you grow. Madison County Bank will be there from start to finish, from application to closing, kitchen countertops to the backyard. Madison County Bank is ready to help your dream come true.
Well, the white team is in punt formation, but I'm not ready to say they're punting it away on 4th and 3.
You never know.
36 seconds to go. Miracle is the up back. They are going to punt it away. Not a deep kick. Takes a great roll, though. Inside the 20, inside the 10, down at the 9-yard line. What a punt. 42-yard punt by Tony Berger. And now the red team has 25 seconds to go, 91 yards.
I did a great job to get that ball up high and then let it roll. So it's going to be very difficult now for the red team. Let's see if they play for overtime here, or do you try to take a shot or two downfield?
Correction, 40-yard punt, not 42. But yeah, what does the red team do here? It's normal NSAA high school football overtime rules. which I think is a spelling bee, right? Get your best spellers, and no,
Yeah.
I don't think that's true at all. 1st and 10 from the 9. Doesn't look like the Red is looking to take a shot down the field here. We might see extra football for the first time ever in the All-Star Football Classic. Tanner Walling will pitch it to Christensen. He gets about 3 yards, but that's not going to be obviously nearly enough to get the Red in a position to win this game. And yeah, let's see a little history today in Norfolk. First ever overtime in the Northeast Nebraska All-Star Football Classic.
I think they go with your highest grade point average, I believe.
Yes, highest cumulative GPA. So we got extra football. 21-21. We haven't decided anything yet. We'll take a break, come back with the extra session next. You're watching NCN.
At Farmers Pride, we are proud to work with agricultural producers, commercial businesses, and homeowners. As a farm supply and grain marketing cooperative, we are proud to serve the region's needs of grain, feed, agronomy, energy, and transportation for over 80 years. We help the farmers who feed the world by providing the people, products, and programs to deliver solutions for our customers' success. Farmers Pride, in the field, on your farm, in your community.
At Norfolk Auto Center, they work hard to give their customers the best value around. Plus, they offer a 5-day money-back guarantee on every new vehicle and a 30-day exchange period on any pre-owned vehicle over $5,000, so you can buy with confidence. Call or stop in today. They're conveniently located at 1123 South 20th Street in Norfolk, or shop them online at norfolkchevy.com. Norfolk Auto Center, Northeast Nebraska's volume leader.
Coin toss time for the overtime session. No commemorative coin toss. Jay Beller tossed it earlier. It appears the white team has won. Usually when you win the toss in overtime, you want defense first, so you know what your offense has to do.
Yeah, you want to. The idea going on defense first is obviously what you just said, is to allow your offense when it comes out on the field to know exactly what they need. If you hold the other team's offense to a field goal, then you can win it with a touchdown.
So it'll be the red team with the offense first. Here we go. We're ready for overtime. First ever overtime of the Northeast Nebraska All-Star Football Classic. Well, Tanner Walling has been the quarterback for most of the second half. We haven't seen much of Tate Taney. Looks like he's going to be the QB again here for the Red on this drive. And boy, I'll tell you what, it's hot out. This extra football is going to wear on these players, especially those linemen. Right now in Norfolk, 90 degrees, real feel 97, thanks to the humidity.
Yeah,
and once you're on field turf, the sun's been out, it probably feels like about 110.
It's uncomfortable. Let's just put it that way. We'll see if one team scores and kicks an extra point, the other team scores, we'll see if they go for two. That might happen.
That's true. After two overtimes, you have to go for two. Double handoff. This is Jimmy Allen trying to break free. Gets across the 10 down to the 9. It's goal-to-go situations in every overtime. You start at the 10. Allen gets one. That's his 7th carry today for 22 yards.
Well, you saw a touchdown earlier where Tanner Walling rolled to his right. I would expect to see that somewhere here on this possession for the Red. I love the idea of getting him in space and allowing him to make a play.
Double wing set again for Coach Troy Evans' Red team. Christensen, halfback pass. He's got nobody to throw to, though. Now gets it away, incomplete. White team was all over that. You talked about it, Lou, those back pocket plays. The Red had one there, but couldn't come up with a touchdown.
I actually talked to a parent of one of the Red team players who told me that play was coming.
Doesn't work. White team was ready, so it's 3rd and goal from the 9.
I shouldn't have told the white team players that, though. I feel kind of bad now.
Well, Lou Siefker did not actually do that, in case anybody's wondering. 3rd and goal. Jake Pite split wide to the right, along with a whole bunch of other guys. 4 receivers to the right, 1 to the left.
I think Walling's going to roll to the right here.
He is indeed rolling, looking to throw, now flushed. He scored a touchdown on a play like this earlier. Here he's got to lob it away. It'll be 4th down. Great coverage, great pressure. Now a flag.
Might have a late hit.
Roughing the passer. Well, they said, intentional grounding.
Uh-huh.
Walling threw the ball away. So we'll sort this out. That would really make things tough for the red team. That is indeed the call, intentional grounding. So now it'll be 4th and goal from the 18-yard line after that penalty.
Now do you bring out Munoz here and try a field goal? It doesn't appear that way.
Would be 35-yarder from here. Now, a little bit of confusion as to what they're doing. They're going to call a timeout. 4th and a whole bunch. What does the red team elect to do? Find out next. It's the Northeast Nebraska All-Star Football Classic on NCN.
At Elkhorn Valley Bank, we believe in local. It's something we live by. It's something we're proud of. It's helping our neighbors grow like they've helped us. Supporting families, investing in lives, and creating prosperity. Local means making decisions that grow and improve surrounding communities we call home. Investing in our nonprofits and giving back. Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust, great for you, great for your community.
So this was a big play here, intentional grounding called on Tanner Walling. Nobody in the area. Now it's 4th and goal from the 18. I'm looking on the sidelines. And Munoz does not have the helmet on, so they're not going to kick this one. They're going to go for it on 4th and long. Regardless of what happens here, the white team will get the ball. If you're the white team, just keep everything in front of you, right?
Yeah.
Here's Walling.
If it comes in the end zone, knock it down.
Steps up, fires, end zone, knocked away, incomplete. Intended for Preston Burbach of Norfolk Catholic. But that's exactly what they did, Lou. Grady Gatewood knocks it down, and now all the white team needs is points, and they're the winners.
Yeah, now that's exactly why you go on defense last, because now we pretty much what we talked about. You held, in this case, you held the red team to nothing. And so now all you need is 3 points to win the game.
Bellina out there in the backfield. Kruzmark in at quarterback. Thompson split to the left as a receiver. White team needs points, and this one's over. They'll have won the All-Star game for the 4th straight time.
Bellina and Kruzmark carrying the football. That's a pretty good idea right now, I think.
They give it to Bellina. Cuts up the middle. Keeps the legs churning down to the 5. Remember, Bellina already with a rushing touchdown. No one has ever carried for 2 rushing touchdowns in the history of this game, but you've got Kruzmark and Bellina both with opportunities to do that here.
I don't think you need anything fancy here.
Pistol set. Bellina again. Hammered at the line of scrimmage. Folded backwards. Boy, did he absorb some contact there. Evan Heisch in on the stop. Aaron Venegas there as well. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 4.
That was a red wave of the defense there. Just absolutely flowed in there and shut it down. Now it changes a little bit. You didn't get much there on 3rd down. But again, you're basically an extra point, distance-wise away from winning the ball game.
Keep it on the ground with Bellina, and again, he gets nothing. Shooting the gap there defensively, Easton Becker of Hardington Cedar Catholic, no gain, and it's 4th down.
I'm surprised you didn't just kind of center it up here for a kick. You ran to the wide side of the field, so.
They are going to kick, it looks like. It'll be Tony Berger of Riverside. He's perfect on point afters today, but like you said, Lou, that one went over to the hash.
Yeah, you're at the wide hash, so he's going to have to angle it a little bit here.
This will be a 31-yard field goal to win it. Sorry, 21-yard field goal to win it.
It would be a 21-yard field goal.
Baron Buckendahl will hold the white team. Trying to put this one away in overtime. For the win. Ball game. Berger kicks it home. And the Riverside Charger gives the white team the victory. The final in overtime, 24-21. And the white team, for the fourth time in a row, are the champions of the Northeast Nebraska All-Star Football Classic. Our post-game show coming up on NCN.
Let your next adventure take flight in Sarpy County, Nebraska for some high-flying fun. Legendary family adventures, out-of-this-world shopping, star-studded evenings, and award-winning experiences. Our flights are never canceled. Stay, play, and plan your getaway at GoSarpy.com.
Searching for a new to you car, truck, or SUV? Shop Woodhouse first. Over 1,000 pre-owned vehicles, all makes, all models, in stock and on the lot. Plus, confidence comes standard when you purchase a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV from Woodhouse. With our multi-point inspection, transparent pricing, available add-on warranties, and financing options, purchasing a pre-owned vehicle has never been simpler. Experience the difference and drive away confident and road-ready in your new vehicle from Woodhouse.
It was kind of over the COVID, but it had repercussions from it. They examined you and then come up with a plan, and that involved first speech therapy, and then they had occupational therapy, but the big thing there is physical therapy. The level of care, the expertise, the sense of commitment, they earned my undying admiration, I'll tell you. When I needed rehabilitation therapy, I had faith.
We say that we are a community bank, and we truly are. We started as a single bank in Pilgrim, Nebraska, and now we've grown into 9 different locations with 10 different branches. But we've kept that community feel, that at-home feel when customers walk in the door. We want them to have a great experience so that as their family continues to grow and goes on to generation, they're coming back to Midwest Bank where mom and dad or grandma and grandpa started their first checking account or got their first loan, because that's the Midwest Bank way.
Shop Easy south of Yankton on Highway 81 is about convenience, but also about making people smile with their bait, fishing tackle, and creating memories on a fun fishing trip. It is the place to start or end your day. With convenience at the pump, hot and cold foods, plenty of parking, and a place to sit and relax with friends, the staff invite you in to just shop easy. Owned and operated by the Santee Sioux Nation.
I became a doctor kind of by happenstance, I should say. My wife would tell me when she met me when I was younger that I always wanted to be an astronaut, and somehow that turned into medicine. So when I was in undergrad, I had taken some anatomy and physiology classes, and it just blew my mind, and I wanted to know more and more and more, and so that just naturally directed me towards medicine. When it comes to hip and knee specifically, there really isn't anything that can't be done at Faith that can be done just about anywhere else. We do everything here from hip replacements to hip arthroscopy, which is another specialty training that I have. Working with the collaborative effort with everybody at Faith is another thing that you need to have that availability to provide top-level care. And we have all those specialties here, and all that is available to every patient, which again reflects back on patient care.
defensive player of the game for the white
Let's
team.
get to the naming of our players of the game.
Augustus Gomez. The offensive player of the game for the red team, from Wayne, Tanner Walling. And the offensive player of the game for the white team, from Stanton, Parker Kruzmar. And that concludes our game today. Again, please pick up around yourself. Pick up the trash in your area and have a safe trip home. Again, the All-Star Volleyball game.
So, our players of the game announced. We'll take a break, come back with our top plays. You'll hear from those players of the game next on NCN.
We say that we are a community bank, and we truly are. We started as a single bank in Pilgrim, Nebraska, and now we've grown into 9 different locations with 10 different branches. But we've kept that community feel, that at-home feel when customers walk in the door. We want them to have a great experience so that as their family continues to grow and goes on to generation, they're coming back to Midwest Bank where mom and dad or grandma and grandpa started their first checking account or got their first loan, because that's the Midwest Bank way.
Searching for your next vehicle? Shop Woodhouse first. Over 1,000 pre-owned vehicles in stock and on our lots, with new trades arriving daily that you can explore on woodhouse.com. Plus, confidence comes standard when you purchase a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV from Woodhouse. With our multi-point inspection, transparent pricing, available add-on warranties, and financing options, purchasing a pre-owned vehicle has never been simpler. Experience the difference and drive away today confident and road-ready in your new vehicle from Woodhouse.
I chose orthopedics because growing up, I was involved with sports heavily, and then going through medicine, I wanted to bring one of my passions into my career as well, and I found that with orthopedics. When I came here, I was pleasantly surprised by how big the medical community was in terms of all services, but especially our orthopedic line, which is associated with foot and ankle, hand, wrist, elbow clinic as well. So we have a lot of providers and are able to pretty much cover any of the needs associated with orthopedics. It's very rewarding having them come in, describe the situations that they can't do, and then actually see them out in the community doing those things. And, you know, coming up to the patient and be like, hey, how are you doing? Good to see you're doing, you know, fishing or hunting or whatever it may be.
When you want to wear your pride on your sleeve, true Nebraskans turn to NebraskaScreenPrinting.com for the latest screen printing and embroidery design. View hundreds of designs or upload your own for any school activity, sport, booster club, or business. We can do it all in whatever color your pride comes in. Get your group order in for your event or team at NebraskaScreenPrinting.com today for a fast and convenient turnaround. We're custom sports screen printing and embroidery at NebraskaScreenPrinting.com. Proud to be Nebraskan.
First ever overtime game of the Northeast Nebraska All-Star Football Classic, and it goes the Whites' way for the 4th straight time, 24-21. We'll take a look at our top plays. Those are brought to you by Elkhorn Valley Bank for all your banking needs, with locations in Norfolk, Hoskins, Pierce, and Wayne. The annual battle of the red and the white, the Northeast Nebraska All-Star Football Classic. White team has won the last 3 and 5 of the last 6. Trying to keep that streak alive, and plays like this will help. This is Levi Ballen of Howells Dodge in from 5 yards out. The white team scoring first, up 7-0 in the first quarter. Celebration from the new teammates on the white team. But the red team would answer eventually. Tanner Walling of Wayne flushes to the right, able to find some room, gets it done with his legs, 19 yards out. The red team's offensive MVP ties the game at 7 apiece. The Wayne Blue Devil getting it done early second quarter. Still tie game. Still second quarter. And it's Kruzmark of Stanton. Good little scramble here, 26 yards. Parker Kruzmark able to get into red territory. This was an impressive drive. Boone Central's Cody Miracle, a big run here. He would also finish off this drive with a touchdown run of his own. White takes the lead 14-7. The Red trying to answer second half. Deep pass, Jake Pites able to haul it in. He had a big day receiving for the Red team. The Hartington Newcastle Wildcat sets it up goal to go, but Red team can't score. We're now fourth quarter, still tied at 14. Not tied anymore. Tanner Walling finds Matt Christensen, 72 yards. Red team with their first lead of the game, 21-24. But the White team would answer into the end zone. It's Kruzmark with a rushing touchdown. Red team trying to answer late fourth quarter. They can't. The defensive stop by the White team. We stay tied at 21. We go to overtime, and in overtime, Tony Berger from the Riverside Chargers from 21 yards out kicks the field goal after a White defensive stand. And the White team, for the fourth year in a row, backflips their way to victory. Your final, 24-21. The White team gets the win. So the White team wins for the fourth straight year, sixth time in the last 7 seasons. Our players of the game, again, Tanner Walling for the Red team. He had a fantastic game in the losing effort, 9 of 15 passing, 213 yards, a touchdown, 52 rushing yards, and another touchdown. Parker Kruzmark, 5 of 9 for 67 yards through the air, 29 yards rushing and a touchdown. Meanwhile, defensively, Charlie Schrader, 11 tackles, 3 sacks, and Augustus Gomez, 10 tackles. Those are the defensive players of the game. All 4 of them standing by with our Kalen Debin. Kalen, take it away.
Or here at the center of the field on News Channel Nebraska, Kalen Debin with all of our players of the game. We're going to start with the Red team. Defensively, Charlie Schrader. Charlie, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Doing great. Well, first of all, tremendous high school season. Now your senior year, you're trying to cap it off with a fun all-star game, and you played pretty well. How'd you feel out there?
It was pretty hot out here. I was getting tired a little bit, but, you know, we kind of pushed through it. Everybody did. It was a lot of fun out here.
Do you have a certain memory from the week that was maybe your favorite?
Definitely watching John Munoz kick some field goals. He's an awesome dude, and he's just really funny.
And what kind of relationships were you able to build throughout the week?
Oh, we were able to, you know, be with every single person on the team, and just you built the relationship with everybody. You know, everybody was really friendly, and it was awesome.
Awesome. Charlie Schrader, defensive player of the game for the Red team. We got Tanner Walling up here offensively. Congratulations, Charlie. Tanner Walling, how we doing, buddy?
Hey, pretty good.
All right, you're hitting buzzer beaters, and now you're hitting buzzer beaters against North Bend Central, and now you're a player of the game here for the All-Star game for the Red team. How'd you feel like you played out there today?
It's a lot of fun. You know, there's a lot of good players out here. It was just a great time.
And was it difficult, especially being, you know, the quarterback, to try to, you know, correlate your offense with new guys?
Yeah. I mean, these guys are like, they're here for a reason, so it was pretty easy to, you know, get the timing going, and they run, you know, receivers running good routes, you know. They're just a lot of good players, so we picked up pretty fast.
You got a favorite memory from the week for you?
Anything with John Munoz, anything, anything. We love that kid. He's funny. Love him.
Everybody loves John Munoz, yeah. But great job, Tanner, offensive player of the game for the Red team.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, the White team, the winners squad. How are you guys doing today? We have got Parker, we've got Gus. We're going to start with Gus, defensive player of the game. How'd you feel about that today?
Good. Just went in there, played football like I usually do, and we got the win.
Was it a surprise for you to come and play in the Northeast Nebraska All-Star game?
Yeah, it was. My team didn't do very good this year, so I didn't think I would have a chance to come, but I got invited. Thanks to my coach for that, but I'm happy with it.
And especially, you know, during the week, you meet a bunch of new guys. You're having a lot of fun. What was probably your favorite part throughout this week?
Getting to know everybody. Everybody's super nice, not real mean or anything. We just all got to work and bond together and came out with the win.
Awesome. Gus, congratulations, defensive player of the game.
Yep.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. And finally, we've got Parker Kruzmark. How are we doing, Parker?
Good.
All right, so new offense. Again, you're the quarterback, so you kind of come in and everything's different. You don't know who any of these guys are. How'd you feel?
It felt good. I mean, everyone in that tier is a good player. Quarterback was probably the easiest since didn't have to move a lot for the formations. So it was pretty easy to get used to.
Especially getting a win, too. I mean, how did that feel, hitting that game-winning field goal? You guys rushed the field. How was that?
It felt good to get a win here for the All-Star game and then off of a field goal, too, in overtime. It's good.
First time in overtime, and again, Parker, what was your favorite part about this week?
Just hanging out with friends from other schools and all being together.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, our player of the game, Parker Kruzmark. All righty. Well, that's going to wrap it up here for News Channel Nebraska on the field. Send it back up to the booth.
Thank you, Kalen. Nice job. Nice job to all of our players of the game as well. Well, that's the last official football game of the 2021-2022 season, but the 2022-23 season begins in, about 10 weeks. We will be doing, actually less than that. My math is off. It's like 8 weeks. What? Oh, my gosh. It's going to be football season soon. That's the point. And News Channel Nebraska will be there. Our schedule will be coming soon. Football, volleyball, fall sports. You know how we do it here on NCN. We will be back. Lou Siefker will be back as well, I assume?
Yeah, as long as I'm not in, jail or anything like that, I plan on being here.
Which is always a caveat with Lou Siefker, everybody. And by the way, all-star crews all around, including the NCN staff today, who did a fantastic job. Great crew putting this together, including in the truck producing and directing this game. Will Ryan, this will be his final sports production here at NCN. And I don't know that we will be better for it. He has been doing a great job for 4 years behind the scenes. You don't see Will on camera very often. There's a reason for that. But Will does a great job behind the scenes getting these games put together. He has been an incredible part of the NCN sports team now for 4 years. We are going to miss him. Will, great job today. Great job as always. Congrats and good luck in the weeks, years, and months ahead. That wraps things up here. Again, the final score, 24-21 white team with the win for Lou Siefker, Kalen Debb, and I'm Eric McKay, and this has been the Northeast Nebraska All-Star Football Classic on NCN.